All right, and we're live.
We're live?
We're live. I don't see anyone in the chat yet, but that's okay. We're live. So, hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
So, we're getting to... Let me
Yeah.
say that again.
Okay.
We're getting towards the end.
We're starting over. We're live. No. We are getting towards the end.
We are getting towards the end.
We've been saying that for a little while, especially off camera, but...
well, because
yeah.
we know that if we just finished it, we would have been done in 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah, you were counting that up a little bit beforehand here. The amount of time we spent on it so far is
Seems about right. Like
about 48 hours. So if it was a work week, we could have done this in a heavy work week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is our typical timeline.
Which is our typical timeline. Crunch timelines, right.
So it feels weird that it's been really stretched out. But
we only work on it in front of the camera and with you.
Every nitty-gritty detail.
Yeah, all of it.
Every mistake. I want to change my mind. I don't like that curved shape. Let's straighten it out.
No, we haven't taken any shopping with us. That hasn't happened, but...
That's boring.
That's
click,
boring.
click on the internet
click.
sometimes.
Right.
But...
Hey, people are starting to jump in. Hey, so we got Artman 2019. Hello there.
Hi.
Hello there. Jack of all trades. Hey, Odin, you know who it is. It's great to be back. Hello, Jack of all trades. Hello, Nicole. Stupid Monkey, and we're live. Oh, popping in. Hi, Felicia. Hi, Odin. For Janice Oozer.
Hi.
Hey. Nupal Bath says, glad I could make it at least once.
Well, welcome.
Yeah, glad you woke up. Or stayed up, probably is more likely.
Depends on where you're at.
Right. Oh, Waynard, Pico. You know, I always say this. Waynard's a good old friend from a long time ago.
Yeah, when you go Pico, I go to Gallo.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just his thing.
Okay.
Where did that come from again? The whole Pico thing. I don't remember. It was just some word he had heard, and then it became like his thing to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Pikachu.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, Pikachu.
Yeah, Pico, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's noon. It's Monday, and for the next 2 hours, Felicia and I are going to be live streaming, working on the Witcher build, which we've been working on, as we mentioned before. This whole thing has been only done on the live streams. We're building this costume. It's the basic vanilla cosplay, the starting armor from The Witcher 3, and everything we've done has been on camera, shared with you, just about every step of the way. I say just about because you don't go to the store with us. But that's really it. And so partly why it's taken a little while. There was one point in time where we were joking about, we should be done by the end of the year.
Well, had we just finished it, we would have been.
Right.
But we stopped at 2 hours.
It's up at 2 hours.
2.5 hours.
We spent a month getting the right rivets and the right grommets.
Well, we still worked on other things, so it wasn't
Right.
like we were delayed on the project. It
It's
just
true.
means that we had some time to get the right ones.
There you go.
So, you have to fix the...
I have to fix the Y strap because I put the strap, the belt connector I put on backwards. So I got to fix that. And just so everyone knows, Toby and Bruno have the day off today. They had quite the park adventure yesterday.
Yes.
So they're just
They're all tuckered out, and I
tuckered
figured,
puppies.
Let a sleeping dog lie.
There you go.
So.
Good plan. Alrighty.
You have to do that. I'm going to pull
Yeah.
this one over because I want to get the back done before I do the front, because if we could get the back lined up so that it can support a sword,
Okay.
then we can do the front.
Okay.
So, that's my goal for today. Alright, I need a sword.
One of these days, maybe I'll actually fix my pile of mess that is my place where I put all my sewing stuff. Maybe.
No.
I wanted that.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you. Get lots more highs. Finally to join you live from Everett Hastings. Crazy Joe 67. Hello everyone. MP3 Frostbite. Nice shirt. Okay, we got a question on Discord from Lord Khan. Well, I got a text from.
This one would go across. Nope, not that one. It's this one. Go across. feeling that's going to happen a lot today.
Okay, so Lord Kron is asking us one of those, Schrodinger type questions.
Yes.
The things that change when you observe them, so they're unobservable and unknowable.
Okay.
So Starfleet red shirts, good classic security Starfleet, beam onto a planet full of Imperial Stormtroopers. Do they survive?
Depends on who's in charge of the Stormtroopers.
Okay, probably. Chances are, thinking about it, no, the red shirts don't survive, and we have canonical knowledge to affirm that red shirts wouldn't survive. Why? Because Imperial Stormtroopers killed Jawas. Stormtroopers. Imperial Stormtroopers killed Tusken Raiders. Again, nameless characters. Imperial Stormtroopers killed everyone else in the cantina except for the Mandalorian, Cara Dune, and Apollo Creed. So,
They're supposed to be technically good.
They're supposed to be technically good. It's just our heroes are protected by plot armor, and Starfleet does not issue plot armor to their security forces. So, no, they wouldn't. However, the majority of the Stormtroopers would probably also get killed and would probably take a long time for it all to get accomplished. How's that, Lord Khan? Is that good enough?
But I wouldn't put it past Starfleet, because I feel like they could think their way or talk their way out of it.
They would want to, but I imagine it would cost a few red shirts before they got, this is a classic series, original series,
No,
right?
yeah, but I'm thinking, you got the main characters, you put them in there and instantly they'll survive.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow.
Of course they will, yeah. No, they
So-
totally would. But thankfully the question wasn't about the main characters, it was about the nameless hordes, the faceless
Oh, the back.
hordes.
Yeah, no, of course. No,
Yeah,
those would disappear.
the ones who wouldn't make it to the first commercial break. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think that works.
So what I'm doing, if you didn't hear earlier, is the Y strap I made a couple weeks ago. I put the buckle on the wrong way, so I'm working on straps again because all of you loved it when I worked on straps so much last time.
Okay. How come it fits on this side, but not on this side?
Probably about here. I can fold it over.
There you go.
Yeah, about there. I want to make sure I have enough I can fold it over and rivet it down.
So if we glue it from this space up and this space down, we can rivet it here and here, and then that'll give us a pocket.
Oh, okay.
2 pockets for swords and other things on his back, and we still have these pockets
Okay.
and these pockets to get the sword over this shoulder supported
Right.
the most, and then a sword also in this one.
Okay. Cool.
Anyway, so people can see. I dropped your water.
Well,
I had a lid.
looks like it's survived. So there's this belt. This is just.
This is just a belt.
It's got his meat hook, and it doesn't actually attach to this. No, they're not attached. Okay,
Yeah,
just curious.
No. Yeah, that one is just a belt.
It's just a belt.
No need to reinvent the wheel.
No, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel on that.
Yeah, just use a belt. But
No, I was just thinking about putting swords in the back, and do we need 2 points of attachment to keep them from wandering?
well, that's why we would put the rivets here and here. So we would.
Right, but the sword itself, gravity's going to do its thing.
Yeah,
So-
we got 2 little points that we could just.
Okay.
Once we get it attached, we can adjust how the swords actually sit in it if we had real swords.
Okay.
Because these technically aren't the real ones, but I want it to be able to support this heavy of a sword.
Right, because that's got a decent weight to it.
Yeah.
Unlike any foam sword I would make, that's actually got a little bit of a sword weight to it.
Yeah, it's
It's a
center mass is here. But yeah, it has some weight to it.
yeah. No, totally.
Okay, so that.
All right.
We need the toxic glue.
Okay. Mundo Helm. Noah Friedel says it's 8 o'clock in Germany.
8 a.m.?
No,
or 8
p.m. Well, it's 20:08 specifically. It's 20 hours. They were very, very nice with being specific about the time, but I translated it because I don't think in those terms.
Not in metric time? No.
No, I don't think in metric. No.
That trick.
24-hour
wait,
clocks
I
are
need that.
great.
Where's that thing? This thing.
Peter Stucci is agreeing that plot armor is definitely stronger than Durasteel, which is your basic Mandalorian armor. I'm going to step off to the side and revel.
Okay. Do you have a grease pencil?
No, I don't have a grease pencil, I don't think. I've
Chalk?
got like a carpentry crayon, but that's not really a grease pencil.
Well, do you have something I can wipe off if I put a mark on it? Preferably white.
Oh, gotcha.
Some grease pencils are permanent, and I don't want that. Just chalk or anything.
I'm really not sure.
It's okay. I can use a pencil or a light tape mark.
A little too much there. Wasn't paying attention. I do too much.
I think this is where I'm going to stick it.
Yeah, my brain's telling me I can't just leave it at this because it's not going to survive.
Okay.
Oh. Damn it.
Center point. You know what? I'm just going to use eraser marks.
Oh, okay.
Because it's all lined up and I'm going to glue it down. And I'm committed once I do. Woo! That glue is strong. I didn't smell it for a while.
This is the HH66 glue?
Yeah, the vinyl
Yeah.
glue.
Yep, that stuff's killer.
Crazy how much flexibility there is in that bend.
Which bend?
Well, the curve of having it on versus the flatness of it being out. You can see the bend, and if I glue it down flat like this, it's going to pull tight
yeah,
when it bends. But gluing it like this,
you're actually going to get the shape you want because you've got layers of stuff going over a compound curve. Yes.
Yes. So, wish I had a ham, not like a real ham, but sewing ham.
A sewing ham.
Yeah.
You have shown me these things, but
the tools for the job that I'm trying to do, sort of.
It was news to me that this thing was called that.
That's okay. I'm gonna use my iron.
Let's see.
That'll work. There we go. Taking up the whole space. If you put it on camera for, I can show them my eraser marks.
Sure.
If they can they even see them?
I don't think they can.
They're light for me, but I can totally see them. With all my things. So here's my. Yeah, it just looks like little dirt on there, but I'm gonna tape this one down first, the plain one, or glue it down first. I know it's a vinyl glue, but I think if I trim the seam allowance just a little bit so it has more contact between the foam, or should I even worry about that?
Oh, you're going to glue vinyl to vinyl, right?
Yeah, so that should be fine. I don't.
No,
need to
I wouldn't trim it down. You're going to take away what the glue wants to stick to.
Okay, well I thought the glue would like the foam better than the vinyl in general.
I would choose that over like a cotton, but if it's made for vinyl, I would straight up just glue vinyl to vinyl.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Then that's Odin's take on it. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do camera one. You have the tiniest little space.
Yes, I
out.
do. Well, typically for a costume, you would be very spread out, but
Yeah.
I've got what any that the cameras can see, and
I'll move.
I'm sorry, I'm so inferior.
This is why I work on the kitchen floor.
Right.
Okay. Need all the space. Just double, 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 triple.
For sure.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're fixing like I am.
Yep.
All right.
Throw the song while I'm doing this.
But oh yeah, that'll help a little.
It does.
I'm not leaning over it, so I don't smell it. Not yet, anyway.
Right? I didn't smell it at first, but then.
Six string and 1/9 psycho. Odin, did you have anything to do with Guar? No. Other than being a fan and doing cosplay, I actually didn't have anything to do with Guar. I got to meet them because of the costumes, but I haven't actually done anything directly with the band other than, you know, pay for tickets. And I got to meet the guy who's Techno Destructo, Hunter Jackson, not Thompson, Jackson. I got to meet him once and get to see some of the stuff behind the stage. We got to go meet them up at the Warfield. But when we got there, the rest of the band was out getting lunch, so Hunter was the only one there. Fine. Got to see the costumes, got to go backstage before the show.
Now that sounds fun.
It was fun. It was great fun. And since I started the channel, things have gone full circle to where I've had members of Slave Pit. That's the name of the group that makes all the props and costumes for Guar. Comment that they share my videos with each other for tips on how to work on their stuff.
Right?
Which is like amazing.
That's awesome. I should put some paper down. I totally didn't. Oh well.
Which I'm using.
So,
These guys?
Holly Haynes says, "That's exciting. What's your favorite project that you have made?" This week, I guess.
What's my favorite project that I've made? Bella says, make all the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers weapons. I guess we're set for 5 weeks in a row there, or longer if it's all, right? How many seasons?
Right?
How many weapons?
Which versions? The dinos or the originals or the
the
space?
movie, the second movie? Yeah,
Right?
the space.
I don't know. I like Rita's little staff.
Right, Rita Steph's. Did you make that for Smosh, or was that a Pat thing?
That was there when I got there. I didn't make
okay.
it. It may have been what's her face thing. Sorry,
Yeah, her.
name is blanking. There's some people there that I've only known by name.
Oh, fair enough.
They
You
built
did
this before I was ever there. You
Right.
know. Oh my gosh, this is strong fumes. But
Yes, it is. That is some serious stuff.
okay. Well,
There we go. That's what I wanted. Favorite thing that I made? Well, I've tried to answer this a few times. That varies from time to time. Generally, anymore, I've been saying the gravity gun. I'm also really happy with where Mechagodzilla is going, and you know, it's exciting to have the full Gundam built. So, but as far as an individual thing, which kind of sometimes is a little harder to quantify, I was really happy with gravity gun. Of course, I'm a big Half-Life fan, so go figure. It's hard to pick. In fact, it's hard for me to remember all the props I made in the last year. Because last year I went to a weekly schedule, right? So I'm putting out a prop every single week. That means theoretically I should have made at least 52 props last year. I could probably name 10. No, I could probably name more than that. But yeah, it's overwhelming to think about.
it starts to get to be a lot that you forget what you've even done.
Yes, in a hurry.
Yeah.
Even though it's all behind me.
No, I
And
get
it's all
it.
in the room.
Worked on music videos, on shoots, on sets, and it's just like back to back to back to back, and then it's over, and then they start coming out, and you're like, wait.
I'm getting credit for this. Did I work on that?
Right? Or when taxes are done, it's like, oh. I
Right,
worked
there's
with
that
them
too.
And that. Yeah.
Why do I have a 1099 from you? Right.
Oh, yeah, that was that one commercial. Yeah. But, yeah. Whew, this stuff smells strong.
Yep. Love how Odin, Jack is saying, or Nicole is saying, I love how Odin is not wearing a mask, but Felicia is.
Because I'm directly over the glue.
Directly over the glue. I can smell it. I probably should be wearing a mask at this point. She probably should be wearing more than just a cotton mask. This is, you know, an actual vapor mask would probably be a bit safer. But you've got something on.
I'm pretending to try.
Yeah.
Don't tell.
Don't tell.
It's almost there.
Happily pointing out that there's a train. Oh yeah, to answer your other question, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you very much, Jack of all trades. Am I gonna make props from Naruto? Probably. Eventually. I do not have an immediate plan. Doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen. I may not have given myself enough space. I don't have enough belt to mess this up again.
Oh, that feels right. This feels right on this part, but there's still a spot. I'm waiting.
Jack of all trades says, Stupid Mookie, yeah, $10 says he doesn't wear a wet mask with that toxic vinyl spray paint that he warns us all about. Yeah, no, I go outside and stand upwind. No, I don't.
Yeah, no, it's normally outside.
Yeah, but it's really hard to explain kind of a lot of that in a video because most people in the video don't care. If they don't see it, then it doesn't exist. And it's really hard to see wind unless you're throwing your script in the air.
I'm going to stick it now. That wasn't too bad.
Oh, damn it, Haven. Is it going to hold? I think that's going to hold. That went on horribly. It went on crooked towards the ring, and
It looks like a circle to me, so.
yeah, as long as the rivet actually stays closed and doesn't pop open, because
Oh, okay. No, I get it. Because you can overdo it.
yeah, and it wandered like an ass. Don't be an ass. Hey, who? Ad Vixen.
All right. Got one down.
Got one down.
Mr.
One down, 3 to go. Depending on how far we want to go. So, do you want a vapor mask? I can go grab. I mean, it's Joe's vapor mask, but I can go grab a vapor mask. That
No,
would
I'm
actually.
fine.
Okay.
No, I'm fine.
All right. What's a little drain bremage?
Drain bramage.
Drain bremage. Ad Vixen says, "Hey, maker people.
Hi.
I didn't oversleep, but here's a question. Among you all, anything you ever made will become 10% real. So what do you carry/wear? Also, spray paint and glasses don't mix." No, spray paint and glasses do not mix. I have permanent silver flakes on my current glasses. Okay, so among everything we've ever made, 10% of it would become real. So what do you carry/wear? So this is back to the. I think this is a similar question to of all of your props, if any of them are real, which one would you want to have real?
Right, portal
Sounds
gun.
very similar. Yeah,
But
portal
I would
gun.
not want that to work 10% because that would suck.
Yeah, having
No.
a portal gun work 10% of the time would totally suck.
Nope. No,
Yeah,
thank
no,
you.
no, thank you.
I would like my organs where they are.
Right.
That could go bad very fast.
Yes.
It's not.
Yeah, I wouldn't want. Yeah.
So only 10% that would change. Which prop? In that case, the Tesseract?
Tesseract might be kind of fun. The Bifrost wouldn't be bad. It'd be kind of fun to go to go visit Valhalla. I mean, I may not be.
There you go. That's a good idea.
I might be seen as an imposter, but whatever.
10%.
10%.
Of the time working, I could deal with that.
Yonalith Lightbringer has a corgi emoji. Thank you. Sweet. You're welcome. Pull up in pixels. It's so quiet. Is it?
Well, yeah, because we're working.
Oh, because we're actually working, right.
Getting things done.
It's kind of a trade-off. We can either engage with the camera and talk about stuff or actually get stuff done. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
I need...
Okay, so I don't have connections for the back because I didn't really overly think that. I don't think I can figure that out without actually having...
Okay, so what's wrong?
Okay, so that's right. First off, I need to redo this with a longer belt because this isn't long enough.
So this belt is a loop, and then this belt just loops over this belt.
Okay,
So we can make it work.
So we can make it work. Okay.
Yes, so I will let you handle that. But just so you know, that you can that can be one piece.
All right.
You can also patch it with a belt in between to sew it to it.
So it's not going to be a big deal to...
Yeah.
Okay.
So... Or
Okay.
you can do it to this piece because it's longer, and we can do this one as the loop, but this one would be the continuous loop.
Well, this will be the one that goes over the shoulder.
I'm just saying you could also do it this way with this loop, and that one being the loop that goes there.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's whichever one's longer that you have more space, but these ones are
I
exactly the
think
same.
they're about the same.
Yeah, they're the same, so it doesn't matter, one of them.
All right.
But there's one that's a continuous loop, and then there's the one that hooks onto that loop.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a Y, 3D Y.
Yeah.
I spilled too much over theirs, but...
Of course, I need all the belts. So
It's adjustable.
I am not a little person.
So this would be... Okay. So what's everybody saying?
Yeah, sorry. Well, I was trying to... Crazy Joe 67s. I'm getting new conures, so all new projects will be did friendly stuff. I think it's, if I'm reading conures correctly, it's all new projects have to be bird friendly stuff. So, like, fumes from this would be really bad for pet birds.
Yes.
Parrots and birds do not handle fumes well at all. In fact, scented candles can kill your birds.
What?
So, yeah.
That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they put a canary in the coal mines because they sense when there's
Yeah.
gas, but that's not fun.
No, that's not fun.
Yeah, be nice to birds. Don't do this around them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fumes and pets. Be aware that you're not the only one that needs a mask, and your pets aren't going to be able to tell you when it sucks.
Although some pets do.
Some pets do. Yeah, some pets aren't afraid to speak up, but a lot of them won't.
Right.
No fumes or foam. No, there aren't any fumes from just using the raw foam. All the
No.
fumes come from the glues for putting the foam together. And this stuff, the vinyl
It's
glue,
toxic.
it's got some super fumes. Contact cement is pretty fumy. Hot glue, not fumy. Craft glue, the white glue, not fumy. So
Yeah.
those are all fine.
There are safe glues, and then there are glues you do in a ventilated area. Luckily, we have a vent.
Dan Does Junk says, "Hey Odin, both your Mecha Godzilla and my Gundam Death Scythe are pantless cosplays." Laugh out loud. Let's go drive around with a RoboCop.
I was going to say RoboCop style.
Getting told I should make a Bucky vibranium arm because, I've done this whole Bucky mask thing.
They want the whole cosplay, not just the costume.
Yeah, they always do. I've got a good question from AFG 122602.
What are they
Which
saying?
could also be, the birthday of Day After Christmas in 2002. How do you stop rub and buff from drying out in the tube? Don't open it. Ever. You can't. It's unfortunately, it's just what it does.
Once it's been exposed to air, it's
you break the foil seal on the end, and it's just a matter of time. And then depending on how much you open it and use it and how much you don't. And like me, I've overcranked the lid and cracked it, so it's just a matter of time, unfortunately, until that's partly why they're in smaller containers too. So
Just buy it as you need it. Don't buy in bulk.
right, no, you can buy in bulk. Just only open them as you're going to use them. Don't pop them all open because it's fun. Because it's they literally have a little foil seal over the end of the cap. You have to do the whole lid upside down and pop it open thing.
Oh, this stuff gets
This stuff's
fast.
pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's going
It's
to
a
take
little
a minute.
warmer in here too.
You're right. I did pump up the heater.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Foam will kill a parrot if they eat it. Yes. Foam
Yeah.
will kill a dog if they eat it.
Forbidden snacks.
Forbidden snacks, absolutely.
Oh,
Noah Friedel, yes, I did watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I enjoyed it. Connor Cook, Odin during live streams, you should be safe with these fumes. Odin during other times, safety? What's that? No, the channel's pretty much safety third. Sorry about that.
this is how we really work. Shh. It's
Right.
all live.
It's all live. Yeah.
There's a
it does
vent.
occur to me that
We
I
scraped
should
it
wear
outside.
a mask far more often than I do because I'm working with this stuff on a very regular basis. But old habits die hard. I keep getting asked by John Doe if I'm in on making the cane. I need to get back to the email and looking at it because John Doe's trying to ask me about making this cane. And I'm okay with making the cane, but at the same time, it's really weird with the email structured because at first I thought it was spam. It was not, you know.
That's hard because
Yeah.
I miss a lot of emails where I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
Craft tip art. I love what you do. Thank you.
That's what we're at right now. Let that dry on that curve.
NSGL. Hello from London.
Hello in London.
And Holly Hines says we are both so inspiring. But with a lot more enthusiasm the way I said it. Because there's like 4 explanation points after it. So I'm sure it's got a lot more, you know. You're both so inspiring! You know, a lot more going on there.
It's over here. Should I use this or should I use this?
Okay, George, I knew this was going to come up. We talked about how this was going to come up. George is asking my thoughts on the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah, we talked about how it's going to happen. And let me be completely, totally honest with you. I don't pay for HBO Max. I haven't seen it.
Getting there.
Getting there.
But it's a great reason to revisit DC, just saying.
It's a great reason to revisit DC. I saw Justice League, was not impressed. I've seen the majority of Zack Snyder's movies. It's called Snyder Zack's movies. Not impressed. So I don't have high hopes for it. So I'm hoping my expectations being low, I'm going to be okay. Because my expectations are pretty low. I do have a friend that's going to let me log in with their credentials, so I can actually see it. I just haven't had a chance to spend that kind of time on a movie yet. I'm you know,
You're a busy person.
I'm a busy person. I got my COVID shot, my first COVID shot this week.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Which knocked me on my butt. And then my wife got their COVID shot this week. Knocked them on their butt. So then taking care of them. So I'm behind on everything. And Justice League is just not an important beacon for me.
No, but yay for taking steps to move forward.
Yeah, yay for taking steps to move forward.
You can go to cons now.
Right.
You can be amongst people.
Right. Well, I got my second shot on the 13th. So I'm a little ways off from getting part 2 of Moderna. But
Yay, the Dolly one.
the Dolly one.
Yes.
But it's happening.
Yay, that's a good feeling.
Yes,
Congratulations.
it is. Thank you.
And thank you everybody for wearing face masks.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for wearing face masks. Thank you for caring about other people, so you're wearing face masks. Thank you. What do we got here? Maze Runner says Snyder Cut was awesome. I loved it. Sweet. I've definitely heard, you know, a whole lot of both ends, hot and cold. I haven't heard a whole lot of middle. Stupid Monkeys is excited, really excited. Too much coffee, Monday morning amounts of coffee.
Yep, the overdoing it from the weekend amount of coffee.
Oh, this is cool. This is a hello from Bulgaria using, looks like a variation on acrylic with the letters. I really don't know. I can't read that at all. But you inspired me to make an Eye of Agamotto completely out of paper. That's sweet.
Awesome.
Well, hello back to you in Bulgaria.
Yeah, use what you got.
Yeah, use what you got. And that's. Have you seen the video of the guy that made? Well, there's Paper Model Guru, and then there's I think another guy that did the full 747 airplane out of Manila folders, and it's huge. It's 4 feet long or 5 feet long or whatever it is, and you can pull parts of it off, and the seats recline. It's just all out of paper, and the seats aren't like, you know, I would make little flaps, right? It would be flat. No, these are dimensional seats.
You gotta love origami.
Yeah.
You really gotta love paper. And it's crazy how much of it we throw away.
Right. Oli Zavala says, call me Oz, Odin. Okay, Oz.
There you go. The great and powerful, right?
Oz the Great and Powerful. Of course, it's not capitalized, so I'm pretty sure they're not saying call me Ounce Odin. But, Unknown Soldier on my Patreon Discord says, Guaras from my hometown, awesome dudes. Everything I've seen, yeah, they're totally awesome dudes. It's the entire concept of Guar literally is a college art project gone horribly awry. And, yeah.
A lot of good business ideas and things happen like that.
Darren Calvin didn't know that today was Monday. Surprise!
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
I know. Quarantine. You could all the days mushed together. This started out as a quarantine project.
This started out as a quarantine project, yeah.
I was bored.
Right.
Hey, you Odin. I saw this.
Hey, yeah. Let's do this thing. What else is happening over here?
Yeah. Just so you guys know, I do this for fun.
Right.
Yeah. No, I get nothing out of this other than lunch.
Right.
And it was my idea.
So thank you.
So, just sorry.
I
apologize for this.
I don't think you need to apologize for this. It's all your fault, but I don't think you need to apologize for it.
Yes. So. Yeah. I glued the toppest, the toppest, that's not a word.
The toppest.
The toppest layer.
The topmost layer?
The topmost layer last, because it's the one that has the most curve that affects everything else, so.
Do you even want to glue on the topmost layer?
No, I just did the 2 edges, because I'm going to put Velcro over them.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense.
But these, I still have little pockets that we could stick swords and other stuff he wants to carry in.
Okay,
So,
right.
We still have all of this for that.
For stuff.
Yeah, we got stuff
For
pockets.
little, cool.
For swords, for things, for stuff to happen. I know, I haven't trimmed the strings. That was bothering me, but I hadn't gotten to it yet.
There you go.
There we go. But yeah, I glued that last.
Yeah. I just saw it's a texture in the vinyl, but I thought it was a cut. But it's just a light.
Yeah.
For me, I've got a really good glare on the other side. It looks like a deep cut, but it's just texture.
This vinyl has like no texture, but this vinyl has a ton of texture.
Yeah, this is great.
So I've been
Works
enjoying.
together.
Mm-hmm. I think this one brings out the fact that this one has less. It makes it more. I don't know. I think it balances. All right, I need those C-47s.
Dan Does Junk says, thank you, Felicia, for making the live streams exist.
You're welcome.
Peter Stutsky, or I'm saying that wrong, but Peter says, Felicia, you're absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Zach Colton just belts out, Zilla gonna win. Probably.
If he doesn't, we'll be disappointed.
Right. So I actually went ahead and bought my IMAX tickets. So I'm gonna that's my first out of quarantine movie I'm gonna go see, and I'm gonna go see IMAX. Dang it.
Right. It's kind of worth it because I saw Oz the Great and Powerful just in regular theaters, not 3D.
Right.
So unimpressed. I was kind of disappointed, and I was like, I was excited about that movie, especially working in a costume shop, dressing everybody up. But then, me and James went to the see it 3D IMAX Giant. James is the owner of the costume shop because we wanted to see the costumes that we were doing.
Right.
Oh my gosh, it felt magical.
Okay.
It felt like we were immersed in the world because it was 3D, it was giant, it was very immersive, and it felt like that magical moment in the 1920s when color, but it was
cool.
3D world. I don't know, it just felt a little magical, and it was a big difference between just theater, no 3D, and IMAX 3D with that film particular. So it's worth it for me for certain things.
No, it is.
It's the experience.
Totally. I saw Ready Player One and Blade Runner 2049. I think the last two that I saw specifically at IMAX. I think that were theatrical movies. I go to the documentaries all the time too. Totally worth it.
I even appreciate like Disneyland. They have the attention to detail where they're like, let's spray orange mist into the air while you're going over the trees. So it just is very involved. Anyways, I can appreciate those details, the atmospherics that really go into productions. Yeah.
Cool.
You always sneak those in when you design like buildings and stuff. Those little spray scents. And why does this place smell amazing? Things you don't see.
Not exactly what you're talking about, but close to it. The Monsters Incorporated ride at Disneyland. When you go into Harryhausen's, it sprays wasabi scent.
Yeah, all the rides have this whole atmosphere around it. The temperature, the ambience, like they get like the fog and the mist and the dampness in the Pirates of the Caribbean. I can appreciate the hard work and the love that goes into those projects. I see it.
I see it, yes.
I can see it and I can appreciate it. All right. I just need this to
Ed Vixen just sent us a little more and said, enjoy dessert.
Oh, thank you.
Troy Shamblin, hello from Florida. Oh, and they're arguing back and forth now. Noah says Kong gonna win. And Dan says human's gonna win.
No, humans always lose. No.
Right.
Well, I guess the money that goes into rebuilding, people are, no.
And George says Mechagodzilla's cool. Too bad he's gonna lose. Yeah, you gotta have somebody to lose. You know, that way somebody loses, and neither Zilla nor Kong need to lose.
And you can always rebuild a robot.
Right.
Just
so.
Replace the batteries.
Replace exactly. Put it back together. Stronger, better, faster. $6 million Zilla. Yeah. It'd be really cheap at this point.
Put it in like that back door so, they can always blow it up from whatever angle just in case it gets like out of control and decides to save humanity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Classic plots.
Classic plots. Exactly.
They can go a lot of directions with this.
Mm-hmm.
But will they?
I'm excited for the fan theories. Some of them are really good, and I'm trying to not get super excited about them because I'll be disappointed
when they don't happen.
Yeah, but there's been some really good fan theories with Mechagodzilla.
Right? Okay, I think I'm going to flip this over.
Okay, I know what mine is easily. So Noah is now, anyway, Noah, right? Noah Friedel is now asking, what is your favorite Marvel movie? And you've recently rewatched some of them.
I have, and that's hard because they're all so different.
They are also different.
And I really did like WandaVision, but that's not a movie. Is it?
I don't know.
I like that
Does
series.
It matter?
It was interesting.
It was a great series.
I really loved
it
how
was
it
very
just tied into everything.
Yeah.
But Guardians is amazing because it's Guardians, and then there have definitely been ones that I'm like, not so excited to watch, but then there's other ones where I'm like, yes, I like that one. We're getting to this one. But favorite? What's yours? You first.
Sure. The one that I've easily gone back and rewatched the most, and generally speaking, enjoy easily the most for whatever silly reason, Thor Ragnarok. Because it's that 80s buddy movie, goofy movie, and I love the way it's done.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, okay.
In all of the trying to, how they were released and trying to think, and I realized that there was a bunch that I missed. That's one of those ones that I missed, but I'm like, I need to kind of do all my backup research to know where I'm at. So that
was totally cool.
I heard really good things about that one, and I'm excited about it.
And there's lots of people that
that's their favorite.
No, they hate it because
really?
it was a different movie from the other Thor movies. It was a different movie from Marvel movies. It didn't really change anything per se, but it definitely did its own thing. Because the director did his own thing. But I'm really glad he did because he, in my opinion, saved Thor. Because Thor and Thor: The Dark World are beautiful movies, but a couple of snoozers.
Okay.
And I always thought Thor was much better in the ensemble films, in the Avengers films, as far as just. But then Ragnarok makes me really excited for Love and Thunder, which is the one coming up, and same director. So, yeah.
Okay.
And you saw Infinity War and Endgame.
I missed one of those.
Missed one of those.
No, I did. I saw both of those.
More in Infinity War, less in Endgame, but I really enjoyed the whole Thor and Rabbit buddy mini movie with getting Stormbreaker. Yeah, that was fun. I would be down for a Thor and Rabbit and Tree movie. I'm okay with that.
I really do like those characters.
Yeah.
Raccoons are my favorite animal since second grade, and we had to do an animal report, and I did raccoons for some weird reason, and that was now my favorite animal for life.
Yeah.
So, raccoons.
Raccoons.
Right? Little trash pandas.
Little trash pandas.
Oh, we see. Yeah, hello from England. Hello in England.
Hello, England. I'm getting asked when is the next Mechagodzilla video. As soon as I'm done with this week's video, I'm jumping into working on Godzilla pants. So that's the next video. Should be next week. And, partly because the movie's coming out next week. Go figure.
I still have my marks from when we did all that taping, so I don't have to remark the front.
Oh, good. You can see them?
Right.
I mean, I see marks from taping, yeah.
Yeah, don't you see the tape marks? Here's my center front. Here's where the
Right.
Although, I think I'm going to put those stupid things that go across here first before I put...
Right.
Just so that they're down.
Right. So you know how to avoid them?
Yes, because we got one, and I pulled them out. I swear I have them somewhere.
George says, can't wait for Love and Thunder. The director, Taika, says they want to go even more out there with crazy, weird, and fun stuff. Cool. Now, they could go too far. That would be very possible, but I don't know.
On what too far they go.
Yeah, it depends on what too far they go, because
there can be the great too fars.
Pulled for Pixel says, haven't seen Ragnarok? Blasphemy!
I'm working on it. I'm getting there, and I'm watching through order. I'm watching through the whole MCU in order because I missed a bunch. Just trying to keep up in life.
Point Dan also loved Ragnarok. John Doe simply says, the director's going to win. He may not. If the movie tanks, the director's not going to win. And then would I rather be Godzilla or an Infinity Stone? That's a
Well,
weird
I don't want to
question.
be a stone because that doesn't sound fun, but
Right.
vision would be great.
Infinity Stones are almost sentient, but not. But
Like-
stones and...
They attach to people and be cool, you know, like
Right.
not die if one touches you, but to be the stone itself, it seems a little ridiculous.
Right.
I don't mean a rock.
I don't want to be a rock. I don't really necessarily want to be a giant radioactive lizard seagull either. He's not a seagull. He's in the Roland Emmerich film, but anyway, yeah. I don't really want to. Yeah, it's like
Do I get my own cave?
get your own Hollow Earth.
There we go.
There's a shot of Hollow Earth in the most recent trailer that was interesting. It's like, wait a minute, there's mountains on the ceiling. This is Hollow Earth.
There you go. Okay, so that would be...
Dana North checking in. Hello, Dana North.
Hello, David North.
Noah Puckett. Odin, where did you get your amazing skills? A Cracker Jack box. They just fell out in a little prize packet. Opened it up, and it was like fairy dust.
He got it from his mama.
Yeah, and my dada. Worked on it all my life. Yep. But yep.
Where did you get your impressive skills?
Got it from my mama.
Alright, so that's going to be tight, but I think it's going to work.
And we're still having arguments over a radioactive life form with a death beam versus an overgrown monkey. Yeah, you put it that way, it's pretty obvious who's going to win. But
The monkey.
yeah, the monkey. Radioactive poop, right?
There you go. Placement before I glue. They're right there.
Right.
There.
That almost seemed about like where they were going to go.
Yep. Okay. You know, check twice.
Oh, for sure. Do I have a... Can I just pull a picture over here too, maybe?
My pencil now. I lost that. There it is.
What's your... Yeah.
Okay.
That's because I know we're also dealing with the sizes that I made things. So yeah, that seems right.
All right.
And you got the buckles going the correct way. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Just double checking.
Yeah. And they're consistent between the pictures, right? Yeah. Yep. All of them are consistent. All of them. The
Yep.
buckles all. There isn't like one where all of a sudden the buckles go the other way. I would totally expect things like that to happen.
Right.
Crazy Joe 67. I'm trying to make a 48th scale Godzilla.
Okay.
How tall is 1/48th scale for a Godzilla? That's a couple feet, isn't it?
Got a string in there.
Started reading something and then it jumped and I missed it.
It's live stream.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
what
live
happens.
chat.
There we are. Can foam clay adhere to polymer clay with water?
That's a good question.
Yeah, my friend wants me to sculpt a Balrog head, but trying to keep it light with foam for shipping costs. Can foam clay adhere to polymer clay with water? I would say no, because the polymer clay is going to peel off. So, are you trying to like use a polymer clay base and then put foam clay over it?
Like, I'm sure you can
Like a skin?
encapsulate it,
Yeah,
but
it
I
would
don't think it's going to
probably-
adhere.
Yeah, and it would probably deform if you encapsulate it. You probably like squeeze it and press it, and it would stay deformed because the clay inside's going to move.
Well, I was thinking the foam inside with the clay exterior
Oh, okay. Well,
in my head because I could see the foam.
the foam wouldn't. No, but then the polymer clay would just.
Because the polymer clay is the heavy part, and so he wants to replace as much of it with foam as he can because foam's light.
Right.
So if you use your foam as your skeleton,
Well, maybe I'm not thinking right because I'm sure.
I might
polymer-
not be thinking right.
Well, I'm thinking oil-based clay like claymation, whereas you guys are probably talking about the stuff you oven fire.
Yeah, polymer clay, I'm thinking oven flyer.
Okay.
But the other clay, the foam clay, I'm not sure that they could work at the same time because you'd have to oven fire the other one, and the other one's air dry.
Right.
And do they like stick to each other, or would you need
Well,
to glue them to each other? Like
You'd have to do a 1-2. You'd have to oven dry it first because you're not gonna be able to oven dry the foam. That would just dry it out and really kill it.
Yeah.
Dehydrate it. No, that would probably totally stick with water. Yeah, because I got the foam clay to stick to how many different things? Well, other foam. They get to stick to anything that wasn't foam. I'm not sure.
Did you need it to?
I haven't tried. I don't think.
I wouldn't think to do that, any of that. I wouldn't think to mix. Oh, I waited too long to. It dried. Oh wait.
Right.
No, this one wasn't the one I did. I had the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
It looks the
Backwards.
Same. Is it?
You want the?
You're right. You are. This is why we have a second pair of eyes.
You can do the same thing I just did with the other belt. Put it so the latch is wrong, or whatever. It actually doesn't latch anything, but
that fit.
Okay, that worked.
Okay, that worked.
I would suspect that if you were to oven fire your polymer clay first and then cover it with a foam clay, you'd be just fine. If you did it the other way around, and if it was fully encapsulated, you would probably split your polymer clay because you're going to cook all the moisture out of the foam clay and cause it to steam.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But no, it'd probably totally stick.
Make sure everything's completely dry.
Yeah, make sure everything's
But
completely dry.
But I wouldn't put it in. I don't know.
But
I don't know.
I was thinking just
project.
oil-based clay that would mash and not be solid, and so I was thinking wrong. Yes, I have thought about making a Bucky Viranian arm from the Winter Soldier. I have not done it yet.
Thought about it.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things that's falling by a lot. A 1/40th scale Godzilla would be 2.5 feet. Sweet.
Okay.
Booze has got a great question. What do you do to stay motivated to make props? That's a good one.
Have other people pay you to make them. Helps.
Right.
On
Have the weight on your shoulders of knowing that if you don't go out and do it, you're not going to be able to, pay your bills next month.
That kind of pressure really gets you to
right. That's
show
kind of
up.
some of the pressure I've got going on. But as the biggest problem for me, the biggest motivational problem for me, I enjoyed the activity of solving the problems. It was a puzzle.
Yep.
And so I'm doing a thing and building a project that had an unknown, whatever it was, whatever step of wherever it was. And once I got the unknown figured out, and all it was left was just finishing it up, painting it, gluing it together, whatever the finishing up, that was hard to do when I was just doing it to entertain myself and not actually present anywhere and not have a deadline of a con or a video. And many, many, many projects died on the vine because the problem got solved, or the problem was not going to be solved without a whole lot of extra money that I wasn't willing to spend. Either one. And
giving yourself a reason or a deadline.
Yeah.
Like a con, I have to wear this outfit to the con, so I need to make that outfit happen.
Right.
Or my quarantine project, I'm going to photograph this. So I set up a date and got people all set up and ready, so
yeah.
I committed myself to a date, and then I had to have it done by then, whatever happened, better or worse. So
Right.
it helps giving yourself, tangible deadlines and hold yourself accountable, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is wise. Also know that the con isn't the final deadline.
Oh, definitely not. No, it's just you get it to that point. You have.
Yeah, you get it to a good point to where you can wear it, to where people know what you are, and then you have until the next con to refine a part that you want to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And you can keep doing that. And in fact, we did that for years with the choir costumes. Every Halloween, they got a little bit better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or do craft with a friend.
That helps too.
So sometimes just every week we show up and we.
Yeah.
What was that? The Stitch and Bitch.
The Stitch and Bitch. Or you can just think of it as, misery loves company. So.
Yeah.
It's not miserable, really not.
It's like when you have friends that you go walking with. You actually do the walking.
Right.
It's like, I'm going to go. No, I'm not. I'm nice to myself. That weather looks horrible.
Right. I don't want to do that. I want to drink tea and read a book.
Exactly. I'm so
Yeah.
nice to me. Anyways, okay. Waiting for glue to dry. Slowly but surely, things are getting
Glue to dry.
glue drying.
Noah Puckett. Hey, Felicia, I have another question. I haven't pre-read this, so if this goes down a dark path, I apologize. If you had to be one girl in the MCU, who would you be and why? Same question for you too, Odin. Just, would you be a boy?
honestly, if you asked me when I was a kid, it'd be Rogue.
Okay, right.
She's my favorite. Her and Storm.
Yep.
I liked her.
No, so Rogue was very cool.
But honestly, I saw WandaVision. I think it'd be cool to be a Witch. So I'm gonna go with Wanda for this time.
So Scarlet Witch, Wanda?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, either that or the cape, but that's
You
not
were,
a girl.
you were totally Scarlet Witch last week.
Yes. Yes. No, she's cool.
She's cool.
Yeah. I think I'd even choose her over Captain Marvel. Yeah.
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 Well, Wanda's certainly a more dynamic character over the Captain Marvel.
Right?
I mean, Captain Marvel is the single most powerful
Being, but she's...
being in the cinematic universe right now.
Well, the thing is she got her power from the Infinity Stone, and Wanda's absorbed that power and has other things, so it's like...
Right.
Is she really the most powerful?
Well, punchy power, she's the most powerful.
But is she?
She's a crazy cannonball.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not opposed to her. More powerful, the
Squirrel
better.
Girl, I think, is the single most powerful person in Marvel Universe, right? But
Squirrels. So, yeah, that's my choice.
Okay.
Take
cool.
it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. There it is. Right. Now I have to make a choice.
Which girl would you be?
Which girl would I be? Shuri, because I really liked how she was like manipulating Vision and doing all the making stuff. Let's see. Actually, the question specified boy. You know, go ahead and make it a boy.
Okay.
But no, Wanda's great.
This goes here.
I'm gonna go with scientists and maker types because I feel I identify with that more, or think that I do, over the save the world flamboyant types. So I like Banner, and I think if I drink enough coffee, I do a fairly reasonable Hulk impersonation.
Yeah, I would be the Hulk if I was to be any of the guys
Yeah.
from the MCU. I would be Hulk, because Hulk smash.
Hulk smash.
Puny God.
She-Hulk is promising because hopefully they're going to be doing a lawyer She-Hulk, because She-Hulk is actually a lawyer and is very, very intelligent and very well spoken, but like Rogue, has to bench press 52 tons to break a sweat.
I really like that even though Hulk smash and is in this crazy mindset, he always has like the most creative solutions to problems using physics and like scientific
Right.
knowledge to put out flames and other things. Like, anyways, I appreciate the Hulk character. I like him a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. But might be it may be part of the reason why I like Ragnarok so much, is Hulk developed more as a character in that movie too.
Right? Can't see where it... Oh, that is kind of higher up than I expected. I was going down there. We're going to go here. Okay.
Advixen is now trying to be specific over which Rogue. Is it the powered
Rogue?
one, or normal I can't fly, or have strong one? I imagine.
Okay, well, I like Rogue as she develops as a character, because when she has nothing, she sucks everybody's power, but doesn't she, like, sucks Captain Marvel's power at one point and can fly and has, like, absorbed some of her, like, doesn't give back the powers?
Something happened to where, Rogue was able to fly. I only know Rogue from, like, the Chris Claremont era, so this is, like, the 80s and 90s, and during that time she could fly, and I don't remember there giving a specific reason for why she could fly. She just did.
Yeah, I liked her in the Saturday morning cartoons.
Okay, there you go.
That's when I watched her, with the Wolverine in the yellow suit and
Right.
So, but that's the version then, the cartoon version. But yeah, I need scissors. I keep hiding them from myself.
Stupid Monkey says Hulk smashes me without enough coffee. Boomin said, I hope the baddie of She-Hulk is Red She-Hulk. That could be interesting.
Ooh.
Point Dan says, was disappointed that Odin didn't say Tony Stark. Occurred to me. I don't think I identify with the ego of Tony Stark. Maybe I do, but I don't think I do.
No, but I think you have his booming. You could do the
Okay.
the presentation.
The presentation. But Tony Stark is definitely one of the biggest makers in the MCU.
Yeah. He created Ultron,
Yeah.
who has his ego.
Awesome One. Did you know that? Oh no, it clicked as I was trying to read it. So Awesome One didn't say that, but John Doe was saying, "Did you know that Nicolas Cage tried out for Superman? I read Spider-Man. Yes, and I've seen the pictures of him in the costume, and
Glad
I'm
it
not
happened.
upset that didn't happen. I'm sure the movie would have been very interesting."
Okay, it's there to there.
Awesome One says, "How ironic! I just started playing Witcher yesterday." Spoilers, here's the armor you started with.
I like that game. I think it's a very fun game. I'm missing one of my straps, though.
Thor Jasper,
Oh, yeah. I dropped it down here.
Thorcules, who I actually got to see this last weekend,
Yeah.
says, Professor Hulk cosplay when? All right, so
Eventually?
what? Eventually?
Don't you have, like, just a doctor jacket scientist?
Well, I've got the yes, I do have a lab coat, but I hardly have a Hulk physique when I'm wearing a lab coat. So to be Professor Hulk, I would imagine I would need to do like the upper body kind of a little bit, maybe eat less Doritos. That's not gonna happen. Oh, by the way, hello Thor.
Thorcules? Or
Thorcules.
Thor?
Thorcules.
Hi, Thorcules. How are you?
Yeah.
I'm going to put this back on the thing just to make sure I have this looking right.
That'd be good. Watching you. I'm spacey.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. It's not the fumes. It's not a tumor. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, hey, it's 1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock already?
It's 1 o'clock already. Getting asked about food questions.
I like lunch, is the answer.
Right. And they're talking about tremors. And I can't tell if one person on Patreon is talking about tremors as in having tremors, or Jerry Rigg says, I love Tremors, one of my favorite top 10, I assume, movies. Definitely one of my favorite movies. So it's 1 o'clock. It's kind of top of the hour. And in some sort of weird, like pretending as if we're radio and doing a station identification, I just wanted to remind you all that, hey, hello and welcome and thank you for watching the Odin Makes live stream. Every Monday from noon until 2 or a little later, Felicia and I have been working on the Witcher cosplay. What we're making is the Witcher armor. This is the vanilla armor from Witcher 3, pattern after what we see. And this is a project that's only happened on the live stream. We only work on this while we're here with you, so it becomes this big kind of...
So it's been stretched out. It's been really stretched out. I watched this great cosplay where they built it from foam up. 3-minute video. Oh my gosh, was it amazing, and did it light up, and all the hours and hours and hours of work that you don't see.
That you don't see.
Unfortunately, you see it here.
Right.
You're going to see all the nitty-gritty details, all the stitching.
All the stitching,
The
all the
cutting,
undoing.
the threads,
the redoing the stitching.
should I do it this way? Nah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's all live.
It's all live.
Better or worse.
Absolutely it is.
Right.
So, and it's been actually a lot of fun doing the entire process, problem solving live directly with you guys. Even though I spent a lot of time talking, and it's a lot more Felicia makes, but still, it's
It's getting done.
it's getting done.
It's getting done. So, yes.
Yes.
No mail today?
No mail today.
No mail.
Nope. Didn't see any mail today. That's okay.
Okay. So.
But yes. So, thank you all for joining us, and we're going to keep going for a little while longer. That's not me signing off.
Right.
Because all of a sudden it sounded like in my head like I was totally not trying to do that.
Okay, so this one actually goes over the top of that one, and this hooks to there.
Does that go? Oh, it does go over the.
Doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I had to double check.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
I'm seeing it here too.
This is why.
This is why we double check everything, triple check everything, and then
Second pair of eyes.
and then make sure we're not like flipping it in our heads because we think we're looking in a mirror.
Right.
Done that plenty of times. Gabriel Moffat says, "I like your shirt, Odin." Thank you. Somebody's trying, Iana Lith Lightbringer is talking back to Crazy Joe 67 and Peter about doing the math to figure out the size of Titan Godzilla, specifically, which is 394 feet. Now, I had missed that you specified Titan Godzilla. They're trying to determine exactly how big a 1/48 scale
Right?
Godzilla is going to be.
It's morning math. You guys are welcome to do it. I'll just trust you on this one.
Yeah, but it's fun. They're saying it'd be almost 8 feet tall at 1/48 scale because of the size of the Titan Godzilla. But yeah, Godzilla changes size
Depending on
what era you're watching and what movie it is, which movie it is. The Heisei Godzilla is different from the Showa Godzilla is different from the Titan Godzilla. They're all different sizes.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah. I talked about Naruto props closer to the start of the stream. Yes, Naruto's been one of those things that has come up a number of times, but something else has always popped up. Either because it was going to be easier to get done within the time frame, or something was coming out that was going to be more search engine optimization oriented towards the channel. Because these are multiple things I got to decide on.
You are not going to run out of content.
I'm not going to run out of content, no. Will Naruto happen? I imagine Naruto will definitely happen someday.
Eventually. But glad to hear you guys like it. Keep saying it. It'll happen.
Yeah.
Bring it up. Squeaky wheel.
And yeah, who's saying... Oh. Data North says, speaking of Tremors, would you make a mounted graboid head from Tremors 2? That's not a little prop. I'm not against it. Have you guys seen William Shakespeare? He made the quarter-scale graboid puppet. Thought that was pretty cool.
Okay.
One of the few Tremors-specific props that I've seen. So the giant gun in Tremors 4, which of course is based off a real gun from the 1800s, but I remember reading the making of on that big, just huge freaking, crazy gun that Burt Grummer's ancestor has. It was a PVC pipe, was what the barrel was based off of, and in order to get the little bit of smoke coming out of the end, or when they made it fire, they would actually just spray WD-40 in the end of the pipe and then fire it off, and that's how they made the gun look like it fired without breaking the PVC pipe.
Safety third.
Safety third.
I love those toxic chemicals.
It's just WD-40.
I need you out of the way. Okay. I need this curved.
Dana Norris says, yeah, every new Godzilla is bigger than the last. Yes, as the buildings got taller, Godzilla got taller.
Yeah.
And I think that's really very much what happened.
I wonder if Godzilla ever visits Dubai.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Oh, if we ever get a space elevator, all of a sudden Godzilla can't breathe.
Or he's a space alien Godzilla that comes from another planet.
There was one. There was a space Godzilla with big crystals on his shoulders.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, completely doable, right? All right. Toxic stuff. Where's that? There you go.
Baby heat seeker from Tremors Aftershocks. Boy, I'm having a hard time keeping up with this. It's jumping around when I look over. Here we are. K. Andrew Kelly E. There's a comment in there. I don't know how to pronounce that. Felicia, any tips on sewing a tabard? And Odin, any tips on buckles for armor?
I have a picture of tabards that we sewed right here.
It's a picture of tabards.
Yeah, and then we do a tabard for your
And we did a tabard. Yes, you did a tabard for the Black Knight. I've got way too much junk over here. I cannot fit.
Wasn't me. Okay, sorry. Tabard. So if you don't want to finish the edges, use felt. Because felt is a great material. And you don't have to worry about doing the edges. You can cut out the shape you need and you will be fine. You don't have to finish the neckline. You don't have to finish the edges.
Right.
There are better quality felts and there's worse quality felts, but you can use any type of fabric you like. A heavy, dense cotton is always great. Black cotton. These ones are just red felt.
Oops.
You are
Apparently, I'm in the wrong spot.
So these ones are just red felt, and we temporary spray glued those crosses onto them, and the edges are just finished, folded over and finished. The red ones are felt. The white ones are cotton, but not all of them. Anyways,
that's in focus, right? Or enough?
yeah. If you don't want to finish the edges, use felt. If you do finish the edges, use cotton, and it's a rectangle with a slit in the center for your head to go through.
Right.
And when I made yours, we just did a rectangle with a slit in the shoulders for your head to go through because we measured your shoulder to shoulder.
Right.
We added an inch for our seam allowance because we folded that under.
Right.
We folded it under, we stitched it all the way around, and then the neckline we cut the slit and then I folded it in and abstract stitched all the way around, and that was the extent of the tabard.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So you don't have to do any sewing if you use felt. You can do some, just finish the edges. So.
Okay.
I've been rambling on about that, so
No, that's all good.
hope that helps. Any other more specific questions? Feel free to ask.
Feel free to ask. We'll be here all day.
Well, till 2-ish.
Well, it's till 2-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
About another hour. Buckles for armor. That's interesting. I often will end up going to thrift shops and secondhand stores and looking at purses and luggage to try and find interesting buckles. Now, the hard part with doing that is finding enough of the same buckles. Right. So if you need like a whole, like all the buckles on the classic Colonial Viper jacket are a very specific magnetic luggage buckle, and they are impossible to find at this point. But to do something like that that's really kind of cool can be really hard in a secondhand store. So then it becomes, the internet made it a whole lot easier. There's this section there in like the late 80s, 90s where finding weird stuff was really hard, and I think I may still be stuck in that era. Because I really like the newer buckles. There's a really flat and it's skinny flat tactile buckle that a lot of the MCU gear has. Captain America's got a couple of them. It's this it's like a metal version of the parachute of the plastic parachute buckle, but it clicks. It's neat. Yeah.
Oh, I think I have one of those in that bag of buckles. I gave him a bag of belts that has a bunch of interesting buckles that I kept those belts because it has those interesting. But yes, old belts from thrift stores, old jackets, purses, things that have belts and buckles tend to help. If you want to do it on a budget and you want something interesting and cool and nobody else can find.
Right.
If you want to do it replicatably, then you buy the whatever stupid buckles they have at the craft store and you cover them or paint them or you make them look what you need them to look like.
Or if you've got enough lead time, you can do Alibaba and AliExpress and get some very specific, interesting buckles. But it may take a little bit to get shipped to you. And another one that I have done, although it was for a very specific look, and I had a viewer send me another pair, which was freaking awesome, and that's seat belts from cars.
Oh yeah, I gave you a whole box of seat belts.
Yeah, you gave me some seat belts too.
Yeah.
Yes, but I was doing the Batman armor, and I only had a pair that I had picked up, and then somebody sent me another pair, and then you got me more. So, because I think seat belts look really cool, but that's a very specific look, and they're kind of bulky.
Yeah, I did a music video where I needed to make a inside of a train. So I found these old bus seats on Craigslist, and they happened to have seatbelts in that bus because it was a small bus that had seatbelts as opposed to a large bus, but they were the right shape. So I just cut the seatbelts out, and those are the ones that I saved because I'm like, this is a whole bunch of great seatbelts. I'm not going to throw these away.
No, seatbelts are expensive.
Right? I used to have a seatbelt purse. I love that thing.
Felicia may need to put the glue down for a moment.
Tell me about it.
Paul Frankovich, thank you. Okay, Point Dan. Since Heisei was mentioned in the chat, and I'm mispronouncing it horribly, Odin, have you ever thought about trying to do a Kamen Rider cosplay? Or Kamen Rider? A little bit. I've had some friends in Monterey that were talking about doing one at one point. We talked a lot about how to maybe do the eyes, because the eyes look to me like reflectors off the back of a motorcycle or off the back of a vehicle. But of course, it's a very specific Japanese vehicle from the 70s, so you're not going to find those now. I think that would be kind of cool in a way. I have thought about it. I've thought about doing stuff from it, but it's an eventually thing.
Thought about it.
Thought about it. It's one of those, not going to say no.
When you start running out of content, no, you're never going to run out of content.
Jorts is responding to somebody else about pop tabs, meaning that the pull tabs from soda cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can full on make chainmail out of that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
That stuff's fun. I've seen purses made out of it. It's,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I played with that myself. Have fun. Don't cut yourself.
Yeah, don't cut yourself, definitely.
Yeah.
Hello back to India from Dean Dayal Nagal. I said that wrong.
Hello.
Hello! There's two E's. There's probably the Een. Yeah, please. Yeah. That'd be great.
What?
So if Tay Zolzon sends us some surstroming. Exactly.
What'd you say?
I've heard it pronounced before, but it's been a while. Surstroming. It's the fermented Arctic herring. It's a Finnish, right?
Okay.
Swedish dish. Because it's fermented fish. If you're going to actually open this can and prepare it properly, you have to do it underwater.
Oh, okay. Yes, you've talked about that, sending us stink bombs.
Yeah. So that's what they're talking about.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
I have brothers.
Yeah. So apparently they want to watch us retch on camera.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't that sound like fun?
I always get myself with the practical jokes, cockroaches. So I hid a whole package of confetti eggs, like a carton of eggs. It came in a carton of eggs, and I had the confetti eggs. I stuck it in there in between 2 packs of eggs, so if somebody grabbed it out, they'd find...
Confetti eggs instead of real eggs, and they broke them? Yeah.
The only person that I tricked was me. I forgot they were there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've tried to practical jokes, but the only person I get is myself.
It's yourself.
Yeah. Almost there.
Almost there.
Getting there.
So you've got a belt that we're not using. I cut this, but then I realized it was a different type of belt, so I went with the others to keep it all.
Yeah, because that one's
consistent.
actually leather.
Oh, this one is actually leather.
That one's actually leather.
Okay.
Those ones are
These are-
definitely not. Any way, shape, or form. Near. They are vinyl, plastic, felt.
Yeah, the guts are definitely felt.
Yes, felt.
Felt. Ciego Camargo says, "Oh, I started chainmail for pop tabs. It looks really cool."
Yes,
yeah,
it
does.
does.
And if you get you can get different colored ones, so you can actually put a design into your chainmail.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Zemo's mask from Falcon of the Winter Soldier. So, am I the only one that really enjoyed the fact that Zemo's mask from Falcon of the Winter Soldier has a big red handprint on it? And then you go and watch the Godzilla versus Kong trailer, and Kong's putting his hand up against the wall, which has got a big red handprint on it. So it's
Wilson.
Yes, Wilson. Is Captain Zemo a warrior of Kong? Is that what's going on? Is Kong going to show up
in the MCU? Is it MCU? Yeah.
Yeah, that's MCU.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the Monster Connected Universe, right? Cinematic. Monster Cinematic Universe.
I got my hands. Can I have a towel?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm
No.
reading. I'm hardcore spacey, apparently.
That's okay.
It's the fumes.
The fumes. Well, today's the strapping.
Strapping. The trailer has Zemo's classic purple mask in it. Did it? Interesting. Okay, well, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong mask, but there was the masks that were black masks that just had the red handprint. That were like not quite hockey goalie masks, but close.
I just don't trust my judgment. I always Google it before.
Right.
Because
it's a live
what I
stream.
remember is
Right.
never the right thing. Oh, I'm at the fabric store. This seems like the right shade.
Right.
Anyways.
Oh yeah, I need to go to World Class and get some more fabric for my Mecha Godzilla pants.
Yeah.
So I used them all. I used all 5 yards on the arms because I screwed
You had to
up.
redo it, yeah. But they had 2 rolls of it.
Yeah, they got plenty of it. I
Yeah.
need to go back and get another 5 yards so I can make hips.
There's some. Yeah, we could talk.
Okay, well
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm patterning it.
Oh, okay.
Thinking about how he goes together because you have the diaper within the
Right.
jointing with the things.
yeah, and I'm concerned about having the accordion pieces. I'm really thinking with those specifically, letting them be crescents.
Yes. Well, because they're seriously about that. They add about that much bulk all the way around
Right.
the surface, but you can make it be that much on the inside and only this much on the inside, like offsetting the egg yolk.
Yeah. I want it in a huge way, and I'm even considering not even making them attach on the inside.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Just let it literally just be a crazy crescent.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That is completely doable.
Okay.
But yeah, you cheated.
Yeah.
It needs to look like on this part, but
Right.
there is not as much space for
No.
all that bulk
No.
where your thighs rub together,
Right.
Thigh,
No.
like
Not. I mean, there's definitely a stance to wearing those suits, but still, I don't want the bulk.
yeah, no, even with all of that, there's going to be bulk, and
Yeah.
you still have to. Yes, there's a lot of patterning that involves in that. Okay.
Those are the Flag Smasher masks. Okay, well, all right.
The
And I do
internet,
remember
they'll tell you.
That's the best part about the live stream is they'll let me know how I'm wrong.
Live.
It's not when, because I know I'm always wrong. It's how I'm wrong. But the purple mask from Zemo, yeah, I remember that. I remember that from the comics. So Rainbow Six Siege things. Well, the only problem with most of Rainbow Six is it's fairly modern tactical, so the video would just be demonetized. You know, it doesn't sound. Yeah, makes me afraid to do it. There we are.
You have hesitancies
I
due
have-
to the algorithm.
I have
issues.
hesitancies due to the algorithm issues and the complete, yes,
All hell the
complete lack
algorithm.
of reward for bothering to do it. So Dean Dial-Nagal, I've got to be saying that wrong. Puzzle questions with a couple of emojis. Question, the hardest logic puzzle ever. If a giraffe has 2 eyes, a monkey has 2 eyes, and an elephant has 2 eyes, how many eyes do we have?
2 eyes.
Yeah, we have 2 eyes.
Well, we have 4.
Yeah, okay. Right.
But
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
I have 2.
I got 2.
Do I have a third eye chakra? No, I don't. I just got 2.
Right.
Any more secret 7s?
Someone's asking for a historically accurate looking Viking cosplay. No bondage Vikings. Maybe 15th century man at arms. Could be very cool.
Viking.
What's that?
I'm just thinking of the classic, like the wrong Vikings right now.
Right.
I'm just
Big
picturing
fur
the lady
shoulders and-
singing
Yes.
with the awesome bra and the horned hat, and
Yep.
it's the end. Well, you can do that when you're done. Just do that. I don't know.
Just be the fat lady that sings at the end.
There you go. You'll know it's over then.
Yeah, then you know it's over.
I don't know. That's what I'm
No, you're
picturing, but I know
fine.
it's the wrong one. Okay.
What's sad is I'm totally blanking on the composer's name. That's Wagner. Alrighty, JW Cosplay, JWT Cosplay. Hey Odin, do you have any ideas or suggestions for how to build a Kid Flash mask, or any sort of superhero mask with an open top showing the hair, like Gambit, Invincible, Wally West? Build it like any other mask, but leave the top open? It's kind of what I did. I've only done one with the Star-Lord helmet, but when I patterned it, yeah, I just kind of left the top open.
Did Yiga Clan and did the morph suit.
Right.
Had the mask on, zipped it all the way up, except for the ponytail on the top.
Okay.
So that was open.
That was open for the
So it was
ponytail.
like a over your face mask with an opening. So you just leave the top open. Finish the edge so it doesn't stretch out.
Right.
It sounds easier than, yeah, just do it this way. But
Yeah, just do it this way.
no, there's no specifically easy way to do it. But yeah, you just chop it off. You take a basic mask pattern.
Yeah.
And do the top.
If you're trying to figure out how to make a cloth mask to fit your face to do Kid Flash, definitely get yourself a styrofoam head from the hobby store. Don't freak out about it being smaller than your head.
If it's a
And-
kid's mask, you're fine.
Yeah,
Just saying.
if it's a kid's mask, you're fine. But do the duct tape and aluminum foil pattern on it and make sure you draw exactly how you want the mask to fit according to that face. Then scan the whole thing into a computer, and at that point, you can measure the size of the styrofoam head, measure the size of the head that the pattern needs to fit, and you can figure out what ratio you need to enlarge or decrease the pattern size. And then you can sew it together.
Okay.
Unless I'm wrong.
No, probably not. So I think I let the glue stick dry too much, and now it's not sticking, so I have to do another layer
Okay.
of sticky glue. But
It's on
Yeah.
the front.
It needs it.
Doing 2 layers isn't going to hurt it.
yeah, I'm just gonna pop this right off. I'm gonna let you glue it though,
Oh, okay.
because apparently I didn't do it right.
There's a typo that makes this really fun. David Ocean Alaska, right? Ocean AK. I always do that. How about making the Man-at-Arms armor from Her-Man and the Masters of the Universe?
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
Not opposed to it.
Nope, not opposed to it.
All right, I'm gonna let you glue this one down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna run out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Though, okay.
Sure. puffing glue. Just to make you guys happy. There. It's perfect.
All right. So why don't you wear a mask while you're doing a live stream? Well, let's see. How well can you hear me? Probably just fine. So one of the fun things of doing Guar, we're in the back room of a comic shop, because that was the space that we had. The people that I was making the costumes with, they owned a comic shop here in town. Anyway, we would just open up the gallon can of contact cement and take acid brushes, which is this type of a brush, and just work with the contact cement. So we would just gas ourselves out with contact cement fumes in the back office of this comic shop every frickin' September, getting ready for Halloween there for a few years. And I'm fine.
You know you don't have the live sign on, right?
Oh, I don't have the live sign on. We didn't turn on the recording live sign. That means we weren't live.
Okay, well now we're live.
Oh, now we're live. Okay.
Well, at least they know we're live now.
Okay. Hello, welcome to the Odin Makes live stream. Now that the red light's on outside, we're live.
Sounds like you're in a whole nother room, though.
I'm sure it does.
Okay. I'm guessing the dogs are not there. No, they are not here because I wore them out yesterday and they were sleeping when I left. And you let sleeping dogs lie. So, no dogs today, but next week. Julian Turner wants to know how about a tutorial on making Mr. Freeze helmet. Any variation. He also donated $5.
Oh, sweet. Not opposed to Mr. Freeze helmet. That's got a fun dome. Almost all of them do.
On the list.
On the list. I got a Mr. Freeze gun on my list, I know for sure. The same thing with like Mars Attacks helmets and stuff. All that bell jar helmet is a great look.
Laris Gilron says, so that means we're getting another 2 hours of stream, right? Just kidding. It's the Victorians' fault we have horned Vikings.
Pretty much, yeah.
And Templars with big Latin crosses on the whole length of the tabard randomly uses flax. No, I know. I totally know that the thing, but we used the crosses because there was a joke of, there's giant X on my chest, like there's a target on my chest and it's the giant crosses.
Right.
So, yeah, totally did that for that reason. Oh, good times. And here's the drawings, just of, let's make these.
If you like camera 2, although it's centered on my stomach right now. Well,
Camera 2?
yeah.
Camera 2, there we
That
go.
way you can show off your drawings.
So this was the Tabards. Yeah, we got Anthony, Olivia. She's in platform boots and giant football armor to be gianter than Anthony. Got Noah.
She reminds me of the three-headed knight from Monty Python.
Yeah, got Keith right there. Got all the people. Anyways. And then this was the sketches that I drew that we took pictures of and threw them in there. So when I was talking about the X's on the chest, this was the reference photo I gave them. Sorry about the shaking and moving around. And here's another one of them in their outfits. And this chainmail that Olivia's wearing is plastic. Right here. Hold on. Oh, that's a pink room. We made that room pink. But metal, plastic.
Oops.
Metal. Thank you. You hold it. There you go. But crazy, right? This is plastic chainmail right here. This is real chainmail. This is plastic. This is real. You can really tell with the real stuff because it hangs. Like, you don't want to, but the plastic stuff does really nicely. And then this is crocheted, and this is crocheted. So these are just crocheted and spray painted tabard. well, not tabard, sorry, headpieces.
Cowls.
Cowls.
Cowls. What, coifs?
Coifs, yeah, coifs. That's the word I can think of. Anyways, the coifs. These ones are crocheted. And I just thought it was interesting. Like in this picture, we have so many different versions of chainmail all mushed together.
Right, and it all works.
There we go. But yeah, that's just pictures that I happen to have.
Are you getting enough dimension from the iron?
What do you mean?
Do I need? I wasn't 100% paying attention. Do we need to pick this up a little bit to get the
Right
curve?
As long as there's a curve in it when we're gluing it down, it needs to just curve over the body. But
Okay.
it worked on the back. I'm not 100% on the front, but I'll let you do that. I can't.
Oh, yeah. I got some exposed glue. I painted on a little
Coifs, yes, coifs.
a little too wide.
Who killed the dinosaurs? Me.
So like who let the dogs out? Who killed the
I don't know.
dinosaurs?
Here's a joke from Noah Puckett.
Oh geez.
Why did the fish blush?
Why did the fish blush?
Yeah,
I don't know. Why did the fish blush?
because it saw the ocean's bottom. Well, why did the tomato blush? Because it saw the salad dressing.
Right.
Yes.
Obvious. I should know this.
Jeez. Did you not go to first grade?
I feel like a lesser human. Apparently not.
Andrew K. Me realizes Odin's only a couple of hours away, and it would be so cool to like hang out and build with him for a day. Also, me realizes that I can't even drive there. There's more planning with it.
There's more planning involved.
Yes. John Doe wants to make a life-size suit of the new Godzilla. When he has the money and the funds.
Right. That'd be very cool.
David Osnack says...
Yes, that's what I keep trying to I do the same thing. It's Ocean, Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Ocean, AK.
Osnack. Here is an idea for you to think about. How about getting a mannequin or two to display all your cosplay suits on? Well, you kind of have little... But you don't have a lot of cosplay suits.
I don't.
You have one Mechagodzilla and one Gundam.
Right.
And doesn't Gundam have his own stand?
Gundam's got a kind of a PVC sort of structure to help hold him up because since it's not
Needed to
fabric,
build
it
it.
doesn't have to have, and I built it, yeah. It doesn't have to have a full-on like mannequin. There's both a used and a new store fixture display, whatever, place. Not far from here, and
If you wanted to, you could.
if I wanted to, I could. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not against it, and thought about getting, especially like a female mannequin form that's in a more of a neutral pose for doing anything that needs to be more of a feminine shape.
Yeah.
Because needing just something blank to work on.
Right?
Yeah.
Dress forms make
Dress
a difference,
forms make
and
a
they
huge
help
difference.
so much. That's why you did.
Right. that's why we got Kevin back here.
Yeah. But you also
And
gotta
that's why
remember-
I used my foam head for making the Winter Soldier's mask so I could stick pins in it and make it work.
Yeah. But you also remember you're adding a whole nother body in the room.
Yes.
And so all of a sudden you have all these bodies taking
Yeah.
up space just from
No,
experience.
I've seen that from not only working in retail, where you go to walk by the mannequin room and it just looks like
Some kind
lots
of horror
people.
movie.
Some
It's
kind of
lovely.
horror movie.
Yeah.
But just the display at one of the places where they had all the mannequins jumbled together and trying to make them all work. Yeah.
Yep.
Also, oddly enough, not too odd, but the male mannequin forms were harder to come by from the used places.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Because you can get all sorts of female mannequins
Right.
all over the place. They're easy peasy.
Right.
But the male mannequins...
Are not common, and therefore they actually cost a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also, they make great dress forms. Male dress forms.
Yeah.
So they... Yeah. But I've owned a few of them throughout time. I've had my share of them, but yeah. Mannequins, they're awesome, so I don't complain.
Mannequins are awesome.
Yeah.
And the 80s movie mannequin is almost awesome.
Yeah, my visual merchandising teacher reminded me of Hollywood, and I absolutely loved it. Great class.
Cool.
Aw, Groot Gerson says, sorry I have to leave. Thanks for the stream. Short visit today. Take care, Odin and Felicia. See y'all and good night.
Take care, Groot Gornson.
Sweet dreams.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. We had fun. What's RWBY?
Ruby. It
Ruby.
is is this, how to say this right? It's not, I think it's online only anime, but yeah, there's a giant Ruby scythe, and it's a bunch of kick-ass characters that run around and kick ass.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
they want you to do a project from that.
Oh, okay. Probably because there's this scythe that's like 8 feet long.
It just says some weapons.
Oh, okay.
And more Lord of the Rings things.
More Lord of the Rings things.
More Lord of the... You're gonna...
Yep, there, done.
Already built! Yeah.
Next week on Odin Makes, we're going to make a smoothie.
Jack of all the trades, something, I don't know you? I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. Jack of all trades says dibs on making the 3D model for the scythe. Is that how you say it? Scythe?
Scythe, yeah.
Scythe. Yeah. What kind of smoothie?
What kind of smoothie? Raccoon.
Ew, no.
Raccoon and kale. Contact cement and acetone?
What?
Contact cement and acetone?
I don't know. Sorry. It was popping up and I just wanted to
Oh,
squeeze
no,
it.
please. Yes, please squeeze it.
And it was also popping here. Maybe we should get a little glue in there.
Want to do a little glue there? I ended up re-gluing this side.
Yeah, I needed it. And this piece is also not glued down in between because it buckles.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Oh, because it buckles, so you want it to stay because it does this?
We're probably not going to move it around so it can be glued down.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since it's popping up right there.
It's probably up here, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it just
Sure.
needs a little TLC. 2 layers of glue.
2 layers of glue.
1 layer.
3 layers of glue.
Live.
Live.
Not enough glue.
Between us and them, there's not enough glue. Not enough glue.
Yes. Okay. Aw, Jack of all trades doesn't like smoothies.
Oh, all
You
right.
don't like fruit soup?
Fruit soup.
Dragon Prince Rayla's bass song hook sword. I haven't seen that movie yet. I almost watched it this weekend, but didn't end up.
I have not seen that one yet either. SKS Props did a really cool sword, though.
I need to make a prop meat grinder for Les Mis high school play. What should I make it out of? Well, depends on how big and
Well-
cardboard foam.
Yeah,
Plastic?
you'd probably be fine just kind of...
An old
like,
one from the thrift store.
You can get an old one from the thrift store, but that may not be
Big enough.
comically big enough. Not that Les
Yeah.
Mis needs to be comic... Not Les Mis. I'm thinking Sweeney Todd.
I'm thinking Sweeney Todd too, but they said Les Mis.
They're saying Les Mis, okay.
Oh yeah, Les Mis high school play.
Yeah, they're not impossible to find at antique shops and some thrift stores.
Something that already has a crank.
Yeah, otherwise it shouldn't be that hard to make them out of like a carpet tube and cardboard and, found objects.
Right?
It's just, yeah, you just need enough to get the idea across. You
I'd
don't need
start
to
with a
have anything.
picture.
Start with a picture, definitely.
Start with
You
a
don't need to have anything come out of it, right? This isn't like you need to crank it and have meat come out of it, do you? It's not a typical thing that's required for most stage productions.
Yeah, but it is a possibility.
It is a possibility.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
But cardboard. I'd start with cardboard.
I'd start with cardboard.
Cheapest, free,
Right. Definitely probably
Paintable.
within a high school budget.
and it's a prop. You would match, like, it's just the feel. I would
Yeah.
go with cardboard.
Nice thing with stage productions is you need a good hint and suggestion of what it is. It isn't the same as film and video where you need to be much more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
I've
mean,
seen some amazing cardboard props. Like,
Yeah, there's definitely amazing cardboard props.
It's easier to use. You're not having a close-up detail, so anyways.
Right. Close-up detail is a huge thing. It needs to read from,
across the room.
second or third row, not even,
Yeah.
not 5 feet.
Oh, that's already sticking way better, so yay. Okay. All right. Filmmaker Prop says you better hate snowboards by the end of the stream. No.
No. Hating snowboards is not required. Just because I did not enjoy the activity doesn't mean it's a bad activity. It just meant I didn't enjoy the activity.
Bruce, where did you get the foam? We were using What the Foam.
I'm using What the Foam, yeah.
And you get that online?
You get that online. What the Foam is available through Amazon, and you can get giant rolls by contacting What the Foam directly through their website. So you can get the big 1 meter by 2 meter rolls directly from them, which is pretty cool.
And we didn't use a giant roll. There's a seam down the center front and the center back, so we did it in quarter pieces for the bodice, the clamshell. But it is just, so we only used sections that were this big to make a bigger piece.
I don't think I have.
If that helps.
But yeah, you get a packet of cut foam that's 12 by 18, I think, or they're 19 by 21 or something like that. And they come in different thicknesses. It's really nice foam.
Yeah. No, this stuff is great. I'm like, this stuff is going to handle wear and tear. And yeah, I got a little string of glue, I figured.
Yeah, it's okay. There we are. I was hoping something like that would happen.
Yeah, the little boogers. There you go.
Because I got quite a bit on. We both do, but there's quite a bit of extra. So hopefully, the rubbing, looks like rubbing will do it too. Let it really dry, and we might be able to rub it off.
That's what I was planning on doing, is just taking in and going on the edges and just, like an eraser.
Yep. Yeah, an eraser will probably do it.
Well, they have the art erasers where it's a little, not the gum one, but it's the hard rubber that doesn't actually take anything off, takes this stuff off amazing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's really great on rubber cement, too, because it just picks it. It's that rectangle one. Yeah,
the rectangle one that's got like the wedge on the end of it. The slope on the end of it?
No, it's just a rectangle. Looks like a bar of soap, but
the white one?
It has the texture of like hot glue that had been, you know, like it's just a little more of a. Anyways.
To the art store.
To the art store, you know, obscure things, but we probably don't even need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so after this is dry enough, we can trim off the excess on the shoulders because we won't actually see that.
Okay.
I would leave it overlapping the rivets a little bit just because
Just because?
Just because. I'd rather have too much than not enough. And then we can just put the Velcro right across here. Do you have the, yeah, I dropped that on the floor. I never picked it up.
No.
I have the sticky Velcro, the little pieces, but do you have that long roll spool of Velcro that's not the double-sided one, the one that is just the fuzzy-sided one?
Yeah. But it's not sticky. We'll have to...
No, we just glue it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, the sticky ones, they just stick down, but I have enough to do all the shoulders except for one out of the sticky. So we can do it all out of the same, or we can do it... I didn't see it back there. Did I just miss it?
It was just tucked a little further back, I think.
Okay.
I really need to get a better system for where I put this stuff.
Aww.
But, you know.
Sleepy puppies, yes.
So.
I think they still would have come, but, you know.
This stuff?
Yes, but this is the scratchy. Oh, there we go.
They're both in there.
Well, this is scratchy and this is scratchy and this is not. Okay. This one was wrapped around both of them.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, once it's dry, we can glue these down and then we can attach the pauldrons because those already have their Velcro attached.
Cool.
And after that, what do we have?
So we want to cut this but leave a little bit?
Yeah. Well, I was.
Do you want to cut it yet, or?
I was just gonna let the glue dry before we cut anything, just because.
That's totally cool. And this is one of those glues that gets stronger the more it gets to dry.
Yeah, I guess we could put it back on the actual body shape.
Sure, let's do that.
Let it dry.
Let it dry on the actual body shape.
Yeah, and then we can add the Velcro on the shoulders before we even trim it. It's not gonna change anything.
That's true.
Yeah, and see how I have the tape here holding it down, and how it's been curved and straightened and curved and straightened. Yeah. Curves affect the outer materials. But I think that glue's gonna hold it well. Hi, Kevin. Okay. What's the gray thing in the middle? Gray thing in the middle? I don't know. Let me see.
My soul?
Yeah, it's fine to whack people. I missed a whole part of this conversation. What is going on? Okay. Is the foam you have safe to whack people with?
Fairly. I wouldn't make boffer weapons out of it. I wouldn't, but it'll be con safe. This foam has got a bit of a density to it, so it's not super soft, whackable in that way, but it's not.
Do they deliver to the EU?
That's
In
up
Europe.
to Amazon. I don't know if they deliver What the Foam to the EU.
Has anybody in the EU got What the Foam? Let us know.
You can go to Cosplay Apprentice or whatthefoam.com. It's one of those two. They'd probably let you know.
Train!
Train!
There's a train.
There is a train. No train cam.
Yeah. Andrew K, or K Andrew K, says, "Hey Odin, you probably got sponsors and already did the research on it, but so far Michaels has the best deal on foam I've found. The big Art Minds sheets, and you got sponsored by Michaels to do the
Yeah. Well, I got the one sponsor from Michaels to do the Black Knight.
Yeah.
And yeah, the big Art Minds foam definitely is cheap. Out of all the softer EVA foams, right? Because What the Foam is kind of its own in between Warbler and foam.
Yeah.
It's kind of its own thing. But out of all the other foams, definitely HD foam is my favorite foam. HD foam. I think the Art Minds foam seems to have a little bit of a like a waxy kind of texture to it. It's interesting when you go to paint it because it doesn't paint the same. It's got
Do the paints that are specifically made for cosplay paints, because you have a couple brands that you use.
a couple brands, yeah.
Do
The main one
those
I use,
do better, or are they just that waxy texture just repels the liquids in general?
yeah, it kind of repels the liquids. It kind of gives a weird sheen, and it's the same Plat Effects paints
Okay.
between the two of them. I really like the texture, the feel, and honestly, HD foam isn't that much more expensive than Art Minds foam, and it may not even be because I didn't do the size comparison. Like the HD foam is a 24-inch by 60-inch roll. And I don't remember how big the Art Minds stuff is. Now, Art Minds has more sizes available, but
All your
more
phone
thicknesses.
questions answered.
Yeah.
Somebody who uses it.
Because they've got like 2mm up to 12mm, whereas HD foam is just 2, 4, 6, and 8, right, or 10. 2, 4, 6, 10. That's all they've got.
Craig Holden
And I have been sponsored by both.
Yes, he has.
Not currently, but I have been in the past.
Yes. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
We like Michaels.
And,
Yes.
and as far as one last additional thing, out of the two, which have I gone back to buy more of with my own cash? HD foam.
Yeah. If you have to come out of pocket.
If I have to come out of pocket, I go to Blick and buy HD foam.
Well, there you go. Danda's Junk says, "Hey Odin, on your Gundam cosplay, how did you bolt the shoulders into the body? When I watched the video, I don't really see whether or how it could be attached on the body yet."
Oh, gotcha. This is actually pretty easy to answer. Have you seen RoboCop? Just when we bolted the shoulders to the body, the actual shoulders have a elevator screw that goes through the back of the shoulder pad and into the square of the body. So there's just this single little elevator screw attachment at the top that allows it a little bit of a pivot, and then there's enough leg coming down off the bottom of the shoulder piece that it just rests against the upper part of the body. So Joe's able to move here, and there's that little slight pivot that allows it to move just a little bit with the elevator screw above it. And that's really all we did. In fact, I don't think we may have even ditched the elevator screw and gone with a legitimate bolt and wing nut.
Remember, the lower part of the arms just slid on. There wasn't even a joint.
Yeah, no, there's no, the lower part of the arms,
Yeah.
totally just slip over your arms, but the shoulders.
Shoulder, there was one. It was attached in the.
Yeah, it was attached to the chest.
Yeah, I
'Cause
didn't remember the
he's making
attachment.
one too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hope that helps.
hope that helps.
Um,
It's upstairs. I can try and get a picture later.
Faker Maker Prop says, "Just want to say watching your channel has helped inspire me to create my own cosplay channel. Thank you so much. Loving watching the build play out.
Right on, Faker
Yay.
Maker.
Go make stuff.
Go make
Makers
stuff.
go make.
Wow, I mean,
And Noah Puckett says, Odin and Felicia, y'all have been a big inspiration to me to make props. I try, but I'm not the greatest. I'll never be as good as y'all. Don't say that.
Don't say that. We've just been doing it. We've probably just been doing it longer is all.
Yeah. Eventually, your skills catch up to your taste.
Yes.
Keep your taste, keep your standards high, and
Yeah.
you meet them.
What's really going to be fun is as I've done this channel and I'm sharing what I've learned and you're sharing what you've learned. A lot of you are going to be better than us in a really short amount of time, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You learn by doing. So do.
Yeah. Exactly. So do.
So do. Okay, so it's supposed to be Keeny. YouTube decided no N, I guess, but thoughts on shrimp scampi. That's my lunch today.
Ah.
Shrimp scampi? Yeah,
Shrimp scampi. Yeah.
I like shrimp tacos. Odin, could you make the sword Claymore from Gunshin Impact, please? I feel like that's been on the list, hasn't it?
Claymore? A Claymore, but I don't know about
Claymore.
the specific one from Gunshin Impact.
Okay.
The Claymores have come up, from...
I think that's probably why I just got stuck on Claymore.
Okay. So I think, the Kurgan's got a Claymore, technically. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
'Cause I still think it's really weird how that Claymore is supposed to be able to pop together with, spring and ball bearings, and then keep it shaped together while he swings it around and sword fights with it. But, this is Highlander. There are also not really too many immortal people running around that I'm aware of. So.
We are slightly off because this one's about a 1/4 inch down and that's a 1/4 inch up. While we can still make a difference, that is a 1/4 inch too high.
Ooh.
I won't be able to not look at that and be bothered. Sorry.
Okay. No. I'm.
It's a 1/2 inch because it's one. Yeah.
There's enough glue on here. I tore some vinyl. So.
Oh, I see. But luckily that can go down.
Yeah.
There we go. I was gonna say we could just raise the other side.
We can do a little of both, but.
Yeah. Ooh, I see. Oh, it's just the back of the belt glued. Okay, it's not the black part. You're fine.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Christ. Yeah, we were pulling this part, and there was a little piece of this vinyl that came off onto here, and the hole's on this side, not this side, so we're fine. All these boogers can get rubbed off. They're boogers.
They're totally boogers. All right,
Yes.
there.
Brix is back, by the way.
Oh,
so,
good.
In
Hello.
case we didn't know.
I'm just trying to tighten it up so as the glue dries, it's drawing in the shape.
Noah Puckett got to go eat some tacos. Have fun.
Tacos. I got asked about my favorite Chinese/Japanese food earlier. Let's see. I don't know. Probably spicy. I love anything spicy.
Go down about a 1/2 inch. It needs to be down to there. So,
I mean, it's.
well, yeah. There we go. Just squish it. There we go. Okay, there. That looks right.
Okay.
It's an X, and there's their center,
Right.
and it needs to
It
be
needs to be an X. And
There.
I did an X, and I did not think about where the ends was going. I just glued it down.
X-Men. Yeah, you probably didn't realize which marks were the first marks and which ones were mine. Anyways.
I just kind of copied where the glue was and didn't think that hard about it.
Big Bob's Prop says, Hi Felicia, I have 3 videos filmed, but I have problems with editing.
Oh.
I feel you there. I have a whole project filmed that I haven't edited yet myself. So, I feel you, but
Yeah.
do it. I believe in you. Just sit down, cut it together. It'll look bad, but at least it gives you somewhere to start. And then
Right.
you can fix that as you go. So, just get some stuff slapped onto your timeline.
Specifically, when I was working video editing for stories on PBS, since it's nonlinear, I would often start in the middle or start with a portion of it that I had the most interest in. And then I would kind of jump around and then kind of work my way until the pieces met together. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I very rarely would edit with, this is the first shot, This is the second shot. This is the third shot, which is totally what they had to do back in the day when you're editing on tape. But you don't have to do that now. And so my big suggestion is, if you got your project and you really know how you want this part to go together, do that part. Because once you got that part figured out, other parts are going to become easier, and the whole project, it's like you'll have this piece, you'll have this piece, and they'll grow together, and you have this piece, and they'll start growing, and this little part, and they'll kind of, and then all I got to do is like fix this and just fix that, and it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, that's how Odin edits.
That's how Odin edits.
I pick out my favorite shots, like, ooh, I like this part of this shot, this part of that shot, and take all my favorite shots and throw them on a timeline.
Yep.
And then I put them in an order that I kind of like, and then I cut them kind of down and smoosh them together. That's my process.
There you go.
But I don't like editing that much. I like the project pretty much already edited in my head before I get to the editing, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't edit all that much. And you have Emmys for editing.
I have Emmys for editing.
Yeah. So, yeah. There's always trains running through your shop. Have you thought about a train helmet from Starlight Express?
No, I have not.
A lot of people are eating tacos, by the way.
Oh, good. It's apparently Taco Monday.
Yes. Hey, Odin and Felicia, question for both of you. What is your favorite sword from the movie / TV, games, etc.? And Soul Edge doesn't count, LOL.
Oh, this is just all swords?
Like, what's your favorite sword?
Wow, okay. Do I have a favorite sword? Real quiet as I try to think if I've actually got a favorite sword. So I may not. Because I don't think I have one that's really like, oh, that's the sword. It's like,
Right?
no.
I have a whole bucket of swords at home.
Right.
I've got a couple of them.
I got a bunch of swords that I like the way
But-
they look for this reason and that reason, but I can't think of
Right?
any that are, classic Lego Knight sword. I can't think of any swords specific that are gonna be the sword.
You know what I kind of like are the Three Musketeer swords. They're really pretty.
Yeah.
No,
Those are
but-
rapiers, right?
Yeah, the rapiers.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Like, I just like swords in general, and I don't have a favorite. Yeah. Like, I have my favorite ones for different costumes for different reasons, and yeah, but no, I don't have a favorite. I'm sorry. Trash Panda. I like your name, by the way.
Trash Panda.
Hey, Odin, can you please give my son Dorian a shout out and remind him he isn't allowed to use the snowboard word? Somebody's been wanting to go snowboarding.
Right, but there's the snowboard word because apparently Dorian's been watching and knows my opinion of snowboarding. So yeah, hey Dorian, how's it going? And remember, certain words are a lot of fun for adults to say, and definitely have a time and a place. And if you ever overuse them, they're not any fun, and nobody wants to hear them. So don't be using my snowboard word.
It'd be interesting to see how you would tackle a chainsword. Well, that's
Yeah.
you. Sort
I've
of
done-
like how you carve a chain out of wood, except for not breaking the things apart.
Right. Well, I've done a couple of chainsaws, which are effectively chain swords. And
Oh, I
it's-
was thinking a chain as the sword part, and then I was like, but that wouldn't be very practical, but it'd be fun.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, a lot of. Well, I think of chain sword like there's all the 40K chain swords. Yeah, there's the Lancer above me and the chainsaw, where basically it's the blade is whatever the track is going to
Yeah.
be, or even half, and then it's just shark teeth glued on the outside of it.
Yeah, I'm just imagining actually chain as a sword because
Oh.
that would be fun to build.
That'd totally work.
Right? This is not the mouse. Here it is. Yeah. As far as swords go, claymores are fun, but less so when you have to carry them around. And Peter, you are absolutely right, because at a costume shop, people would always lose their props they have to carry around.
Yeah.
Especially when you get nice and drunk and have so much fun at the party. You don't want to carry around a heavy sword. Boas are the worst. Pin it to your shirt, girls. Don't actually, it's
Right.
hot, they're annoying. Props are the fun part of a costume, but they're the first part to get lost when you're having fun. Just personal experience. Hey, Odin, do you remember you were in a
there we
channel called Prop Shop when you made the MIB thing? Do you remember that?
No, not at all. I have
Too
no
much
memory
glue.
of any neuralizer from DIY Prop Shop that I built in Zot's back garage with Neil shooting. No, don't remember that at all.
Trash Panda says, "You totally made his day." Well, I'm glad.
Sweet.
Lightsabers count too. Ooh, then lightsaber. The green one.
Yeah, lightsabers.
Yoda's.
Yeah.
Yoda's.
I'd just go with the classic blue, Obi-Wan's or Anakin's or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I like the green one. So you can have the blue one.
John Wiesner is trying to say that I need to make the heat-seeking rocket from Triple X. That's a live stream project. I actually came across that scene again. It's like, every bit as bad as I remember. Not hiding the camcorder at all.
Oh, there you go. Connor Cook says, only the dark saber counts, not lightsabers.
Okay, but there was one point in time, for copyright reasons, that Lucas did refer to all of them collectively as laser swords. So they're fine, canonically.
Okay. But isn't Yoda's lightsaber shorter? But I'm short too, so it works.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they should all be,
sword length matters apparently, so.
Crystal Skull. All right, I was trying to see if there's something going on. There's a ton of activity happening in my Patreon-only Discord, but nothing really. They're having a lot of fun talking about.
It's a party there.
It's a party there. Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it belongs to the museum, and Crystal Skull.
Oh yeah, like my closet.
Yeah. Favorite menu item at McDonald's? Jeez.
French fries.
Used to be French fries and the deep fried apple pies, but the deep fried apple pies aren't deep fried anymore. So the apple pie kind of changed.
And they also don't always have them.
Yeah. Generally, I just order like the double quarter pounder or the 10-piece McNuggets.
Right.
Those are, or I could say breakfast. True favorite menu item for McDonald's. It's going to be the breakfast items. I'm really, they need a more expanded all-day breakfast.
Really? I specifically wait a few extra minutes so I don't have to order breakfast.
Right. Yeah. There was a point in time, especially in the 90s, where the actual burger meat at McDonald's was disgusting.
No, I believe it.
Yeah, I mean it's much better now than it was then, and I don't think it's my body's changed.
Yeah.
I think they're not serving pink slime as much anymore. And
I don't know. I feel like there's a childhood taste to the McDonald's hamburgers, and then there's the ones like different McDonald's you don't necessarily get that good of one.
Right.
Well, the one on Broadway has the childhood flavor, like it tastes
good.
right.
Okay, good.
The one over by my house and the one over here, not worth it.
Okay.
It's worth it to go to the one that I don't know.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
Like every time I
Taco
go there, I
Bells are
get the
absolutely
right
like
one.
that, too.
Yeah.
There's the one out where I live, and there's one over off of Watt. Those two are really good. The closest one to here, yeah, no, I wouldn't go there to get a soda.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
a difference. So I get it.
And we all know what Taco Bell does.
Peter Stutchley says, "You're right. I distinctly remember the one interview where where Lucas said, 'It's a laser sword.'"
Yep. And that little clip gets cut out and reused in different memes here and there. And I'm sure that was said specifically for copyright reasons. Because if he calls it a laser sword on video, yeah.
And then Laris Gilron says, Yoda's lightsaber is called a Shoto lightsaber. Jedi who duels wielded often had a Shoto as their second sword. Used more for defense. Yoda used it as his main because he was so small.
Yep.
So
I believe that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. I like the fact that Dooku's lightsaber had a weird little bend in it. The handle it did. It was kind of banana shaped.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't. Anyways.
Yeah.
Captain Jack, he donated.
Oh, sweet.
And he says, Odin, I love what you do. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. Quick question. What is your opinion on the making of Indiana Jones 5?
I don't know much about it. I'm excited to see it. I've enjoyed all the Indiana Jones movies for different reasons and different levels for each of them. 4 is certainly my least favorite.
But 2 was kind of awful compared to 1. Not like I don't hate 2.
No.
But 2 comparison, and then the 3rd one came out even better,
Yeah.
So I feel like they could do that with this.
Right.
And then
Do the odd number good thing.
I'm hopeful. But
Right.
I love Indiana Jones
Which is
and
opposite
Harrison
of Star
Ford.
Trek, yeah. Yeah, totally. So no, I'm excited to see something come out, and I would like to see something come out, but I have no idea what they're doing, and I'm totally happy to just let it be what it's going to be, and to not second guess it and expect it to fit in a preconceived box,
Yep,
because
no.
that'll just be disappointment.
Just come with open eyes and open heart.
Open heart. Here's the new Indiana Jones, and when it's all over with, it's like, well, that sucked. And that's what happened, fine. But I would rather just let it play out, let it be what it is, because I've found I've often enjoy things more when I do that.
Okay, we can add the Velcro.
Okay.
And then all we have to do is trim off those stupid edges, and we're more or less...
And we're morons.
More morons? Yeah, that too, but...
Alrighty. So,
If we do the top just underneath the...
just,
I'm even slightly cutting off a little bit, and then
that's
just
fine.
right there.
Are we going to do anything else to it, or are we just going to let it be,
Sticky.
just let it be sticky?
Well, we're going to stick the sticky ones down because those
Okay.
ones are holding really good on the other parts, but then we're going to...
Can you get to it? Can you see it? They can barely see it, because it's right at the top of the frame.
Yeah.
But, you know. It's 2 o'clock.
Oh, well, we're actually...
We got straps on.
We got straps on, the Velcro gets on, and then we trim down the extra, and we're done.
Okay.
We're, like, ready to, like, show people, kind of.
All right. I know we have a few little details to do still, but
We have to make the Witcher emblem, but what?
Emblem,
Other than that, what do we have to do?
no, probably not. Nothing else, huh?
Yeah, we just have that. We trim up these ugly edges and
Okay.
make them clean and finish that up. But then, as far as this goes, we're done.
Sweet.
Like the Witcher cosplay.
Might actually be.
Like we can't call it this week
Nope.
because we have to do the 3D printing because I've
Right.
never 3D printed.
All right. Oh well. I guess that'll be next week.
Next week we'll 3D print and
I'll try and get the file. Try and check on the file early and see if it can get printed within an hour to an hour and a half, and maybe it just sits here and prints. Won't that be exciting? You get a camera up close on it.
I can't get this.
We can all watch a 3D print real time.
We're watching paint dry.
Absolutely.
See how I told you there's only going to be enough for
It's only enough for 3?
3.
Okay. Let me peel the
back.
blue tape off.
Oh yeah, that needs to go. Okay, so people say
Hey?
Captain Jack says, at Odin Makes, it was more of a question of them having a 78-year-old Harrison Ford in it. At this point, maybe it's time for a transition and have a new main character. I think that's what they tried to do with the last one by getting his kid to come in, but nobody liked anyway.
Yeah, they're trying to do it. It didn't work. Okay. It's fine. You know, the young Indiana Jones adventures worked. I'm sure the old Indiana Jones adventures could work as long as it's
Right?
written to
People-
accommodate the character. I mean, Sean Connery kicked ass in Last Crusade.
Tell me about it.
I have no problems with it.
And people age, and you get
Yeah.
respect your elders. I don't know, feel like they have some experience. So I'm not opposed to having the old Indiana Jones.
Yeah, no.
I like the young. I like the
As long as they're
bully
not
in his
trying
prime.
to crazy de-age and deny the whole thing, that'd be weird. Flashbacks, whatever.
Oh, they CGI his face. Oh my gosh, that'd be so terrifying.
Right.
Didn't they do that for the Star Wars?
Yeah. Yeah, they tried. Yeah.
Do you want to put the glue on the top part for
Sure.
the other side of this? Since I'm making a big old mess. Because. Sorry.
That's
Okay.
all right.
I'm just gonna let it dry in a curl.
Thanks. Well, trying to curl, and it's going to get glue all over your hand.
Well, I still only touched one side.
No, you dumped the brush into my hand.
Oh! Here you go. Have some glue.
Thank you.
Having a 3D printer while making my cosplay has been a godsend.
Awesome.
It's so great to be able to custom make parts that are either hard to find or don't exist for my very specific needs, says Stan Does Junk.
Yes.
And I've never used a 3D printer because I always go find a different way to get the things that I need because
That's usually
workarounds.
That's usually where I'm at. And I do have a couple 3D printers. And due to either my impatience or something else, I have a high rate of failure with 3D printing. And that does not excite me.
There
In fact,
you go.
I've got, instead of printing out a part here recently with the 3D printer, I printed out an afro. And it never stuck. It just squeezed that filament and it just made spaghetti. You know, aerial spaghetti.
Odin Makes spaghetti.
Yeah, not happy.
Larison Gilron says the problem that Harrison Ford refused to allow the Indiana Jones franchise to live beyond him. As far as he is concerned, Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones and no one else. Well, the young ones is an Indiana Jones, but still, yeah, I
Right.
can get that. Harrison Ford, yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Is this glue eating off the green top layer?
Yes, it is.
This stuff is toxic.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh, I love it though. I got it on my hands. Dan Does Junk says, yes, I've woken up to spaghetti a few times.
Right.
I like Gabriel Menzi says, toss a coin to your... Nope, stop it.
Stop it.
Peter Staunchly. Sorry, I know you have a difficult last name, and I'm sorry I'm butchering it. He
This
says,
is American.
hey, still more interesting than watching paint dry.
Sweet.
Watching glue dry.
It's about ready to be stuck on there.
Yeah, this is still wet, though. 'Cause I
Okay.
really...
Oh, because you let it. Oh, yeah, that's fine. It probably needs to be on that.
Because it soaks in, because it's a fiber, anyways.
I did not say that Dooku's lightsaber had erectile dysfunction. I just said it was bent.
Yeah, no, we never made that joke.
I did not make that joke, B. Lynch. Everyone, Lynch B. Lynch in Patreon, because I did not make that joke.
Darren Calvin says, Harrison does not own the franchise. LOL, that's ridiculous.
Nah, right.
No, Steven Spielberg owns it, duh. We got hello from Manchester, UK. Love you guys and really love the process. It's been
Oh, awesome.
a hi to my Mondays. Thanks. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Fantastic. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hello to Manchester.
Yeah. We're at 2:12. We're almost
We're at
done.
212, yeah.
And next week we will be printing out.
We'll be printing out a wolf head, and we'll be
Trimming the
trimming
edges.
and fixing up edges of belts, yeah.
Yeah. Just finishing our edges, printing
Right.
out a thing, because we can get the print started and then just trim that up as we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, totally. And the print can either be right here, or we can set it up on a secondary table so we don't bump it and shake the table a whole lot, and just point a camera at it. We can kind of cut to it from time to time.
So we
I
probably
suspect it's
shouldn't
gonna-
bring the dogs if they're going to be bumping the table, though.
Right,
Because
probably
Bruno
not.
does like to jump up on here if we're ignoring him.
And I've got a couple of different resin printers. One of them is a little smaller. It might take a little long. But the other one I need to get working again. So hopefully I'll spend a little bit of time on that. Maybe
There's a
it'll only take an hour or so to print.
there's a nut in this one that's getting stuck. I was trying to put the scissors in there.
Is a nut or a...
Well, the nut right at the joint of the scissors that I was getting
Oh,
stuck on.
okay. So nothing to do with the fabric.
No. This is just where we're going to stick swords.
Gotcha.
And I was just showing it. But look at it's adjustable. We got side seams. We're going to finish these edges. We got all the strap. Oh, we got your strap.
Right.
This one goes right over that part right there. And this joins to this part, and then that loops over there. So, boop.
Is that about the right? That's about the right spot.
It's rightish. We can
Rightish.
adjust it to where it actually needs to
Yeah,
be.
whatever.
But
It
it's not
should be.
glued down yet.
Right.
And it's
Well,
adjustable.
it probably never will be glued down.
No, it'll be sewn.
Okay. You
But
can-
this is adjustable because you have about 3 or 4 inches of adjustability in this part right here.
Oh, okay.
So if we do it at its narrowest pot to fit this dress form,
Mm-hmm.
it'll expand
Okay.
this
To fit-
much.
Okay.
That makes sense? So
Yeah.
So we have some wiggle room, and there's some adjustability. I try to make this whole thing as adjustable as possible. The side seams, I feel like, are realistic to Geralt. We added the shoulders just to make it
Right.
more people, and we're hiding it with pauldrons. Oh, are done.
Yep.
Those are right there.
And let's move this on. This is feeling done.
That's feeling done. So we have our Velcro in.
Hopefully it's not too done.
Yeah.
Because this glue has a tendency to dry out and be unusable in a hurry.
Right, but you can always add another layer.
Right.
Which makes it stickier and work better.
Which it does, yes.
But at the same time, you feel like you did something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always feel like we did something wrong.
Yes, that's very much. I always feel like I'm screwing something up on this. But I think it's looking great. We're getting there. Ad Vixen.
Ad Vixen.
Says, in that case, what train prop first comes to mind to y'all to make? Movie, TV, repressed memory, book, or prop? You know who that always kind of creeped me out? Was the train movie, the Snow Express, the one with Tom Hanks.
Oh, the Polar Express?
Polar Express. That
Well,
one
yeah,
always,
that one's got a pretty uncanny valley problem with it.
yeah, that one really is kind of terrifying. I don't know, that movie in general. But I might do something to do with that one. Like the bell. I don't know.
Honestly, the first thing comes to mind with anything train for me, always, is Lego trains. It's not even movies. I have to stop and think about it, in which case it's like there's the Back to the Future train. There's
There you go.
Thomas the Tank Engine. There's,
Oh yeah, that can be all sorts of terrifying.
Yeah, those both can be all sorts of terrifying.
Oh, you're like tucking down the extra strapping.
Yeah, we're going to need to put the shoulders on, right?
Oh yeah, so people can see. I keep thinking they're behind me. They're over here. And they're stuck together.
And that's your side.
That's your side. Velcro, Velcro. And then we have arm pieces that are right here with the little things that go over them to stick them to your upper arm. Andrew K says, if you don't feel like you're doing something wrong, it isn't cosplay.
Okay.
So, yeah. Look at these. Hi. His little flipper. It looks so funny just having little dangly arms because you're
Right.
really used to giant arms pieces, but it's just the upper arm.
Yeah, there's no real good way, easy way, because there's too much bulk. I can't clip these.
Oh, here, just go like that. There you go. But, ta-da, we're almost there. Well, one more, and then...
One more.
And then we could do a whole reveal where we can get somebody dolled up like The Witcher. Hair,
Right.
makeup.
Toby! No.
He could be Roach.
You be Roach.
Toby can be Roach.
What's the other armband?
Hiding. Did it fall down?
Hiding's a good word.
Did it fall out front? Yes, it did.
Yes, it is. Okay.
It's right there.
It sounds like a train is stopping.
What about the new CW Texas Ranger? I haven't watched that since I was a kid, but I liked that show back in the day.
I haven't seen it.
Hey, Odin, what do you think about Star Wars Rise of Skywalker?
I enjoyed the movie, but I'll be honest, I've only seen it once. It didn't strike me as the best. And it really surprised me how much of the stuff I saw online with talking about double bluffs with, Chewie supposedly dying and not dying, and how much of the stuff was on screen, but people just didn't pay attention to. But otherwise, it felt very disconnected. It felt all three of those movies felt disjointed. All three of them didn't flow into each other. It's like, here's an idea, here's kind of another idea, scrap that, here's a whole other idea. Having the callback to Palpatine and the destroyed Death Star 2 was good, but it wasn't connected. It didn't. The Force was not strong with that trilogy.
So we got some people asking, so what's up next after this project? Well, we never thought anything through up to this point.
Right.
Why do it now?
Why do it now? We'll just wing it. But we did talk a little bit about it earlier today, and there's a couple of different ideas. But the main thing is, you do still have interest in coming by.
Yes.
Sweet. I
We're
appreciate
not going
that.
to just... We'll keep doing this live stream. I do this for fun, like I said.
Good. Right.
It was my random idea. Started out with, we should make cool face masks for people.
Did you want to make a prop on the channel, on the proper channel?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
Not opposed to it.
Not opposed to it.
Not
Would
opposed
you
to it.
guys be opposed to it?
Yeah. So now that this is almost finished, next week we're going to do I thought we had 3 more weeks out of this, honestly, with the way things have just been going and dragged out.
Right. Well,
I honestly thought...
we did a pretty good trade-off today. You spent a good hunk of the first half of this stream head down just doing work.
Right.
And then he handed it off to me, and I didn't do nearly as much as you did, but still it's like, all right, so I just started working. And you were taking care of,
saying hi to people.
saying hi to people.
Yes, so...
And I appreciate it.
Yeah, so we won't end these live streams.
No, live streams will continue.
Yeah. Would you guys be opposed to switching them over to Sundays? Because
There's
that's a possibility.
That's a possibility.
So let me know.
Yeah.
I'm curious. So let me see what people are saying, and I think it's about time to start saying our goodbyes, because it's like 2:20. Odin, are you Thor's dad?
Technically,
Movies by committee is the politest thing you can say.
movies by committee is the politest thing. We've worked for a channel whose scripts were written by committee.
Committees.
Committees. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I have to say that working alone on projects, I might get my vision done. But when I'm working with somebody else and we disagree,
Right.
we have different opinions, we come at projects from different ways, it might be more of a crazy process, but I've always found out, like, my projects come out so much better. That's why I always like, hey, Odin, I'm going to do this way. What would you do? Yeah, I'm not doing it that way. I'm going to do it this way.
I'm doing it the other way.
But it does help.
It does help. But at the same time, I think what they're saying, movie by committee, is you end up with kind of a directionless movie, kind of a directionless plot. You
Please
get,
everybody, you please
no,
nobody.
what this needs is a rocking chair. You don't understand. You have to put a rocking chair because they're trending right now. And so that ends up being issues, and totally I get that.
Sounds like when the client's on set.
Yeah.
Free Advisor says, yes, Sundays, please. So Sundays,
Right.
you guys aren't opposed to that. Because
We have a huge yes from one person.
From one
It's
person.
going to happen now!
Craig Holden says, make Felicia a Yennefer outfit. I actually was inspired by one of her dresses, the rope dress, and I made this crazy thing out of measuring tape, so I love her outfits. All of them are inspiring.
And we
She's a great
have
character.
Stupid Monkey says Sunday live streams would suck for me personally, but I can always watch the recordings.
Oh, nice.
So now you've got a
We got the other side of the thing.
yeah, so you got a yay and a nay.
Battle it out in the comments. Beneath Lynch says Sunday and Monday. Yeah, suits me.
Cool.
Okay, so Connor Cook wants to know, what is your favorite villain, either from Marvel or separate hero or group theme, or DC separate hero or group team? Okay, so we have some options.
Wow.
Bad guys.
It went from all right, I can do this to is there a defined question here?
The baker guy from The Tick, because he once baked a muffin that stole my car.
There you go. It's not Chairface Chippendale? It's not the man-eating cow?
No.
It's not the chainsaw vigilante?
No, it's the baker.
Okay, the baker.
I like the baker.
Fair enough.
He makes some baked... Anyways, I know. Tick versus the Common Cold is my absolute favorite episode.
Yeah, that
So,
was a
the
great
Common
episode.
Cold.
Common Cold. Yeah, there you go.
Fuck coronavirus. Sorry. Tick versus the Common Cold, my favorite episode. So, what's yours? Favorite villain?
Favorite villain?
I know it's not DC or Marvel. Who's...
No. Well, I could pull one from both, and they both kind of fit the same ambiguous answer, because it isn't really hardcore villain, right? I mean, it's kind of saying it. So both are
Wanted to be
morally
a villain.
questionable characters that have their own definition of what is good and what is evil. DC, absolutely a Lobo. That was a comic that I enjoyed reading. I love how early in Doom Patrol, right? No, yeah, Doom Patrol.
You'll find out if you're wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not Justice League. I'm pretty sure it's Doom Patrol. The Zarian ended up getting, as the character evolved and got his own story, and then Simon Bisley was doing the art, I really enjoyed all of those stories, and I really enjoyed the Lobo character. And with Marvel, Venom. Yeah. But Venom isn't really a villain. But he isn't really a hero. He's
Kinda
his
just
own
black
thing.
goop.
That's just... Well, he's black goop, but he's just...
No, I know.
He's preserving the innocence from his own point of view.
premiering Sundays and Mondays.
Sundays and Mondays. Welcome to our 48-hour live stream. This is hour 18. I need to go to the toilet. Speaking of which, it's 2:20. I actually don't, but it is 2:25. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours. It's been a lot of fun talking to you guys about all sorts of different things. And it's been a Monday.
And we got a lot done.
We actually got some stuff done.
You can see.
You can actually see. There's parts, there's straps, there's things. You don't want to look at the back because it's just sort of pinned together. But it's cosplay. You guys get that. It looks good from the camera side. And this is the camera side.
So we're gonna print out the medallion.
We're gonna print out the medallion.
And we're going to finish these little edges, make them all perky. I have a plan.
Make sure we get a chain for the medallion, because we just print out the medallion, have no way of hanging it. We're hosed.
Well, I have lots of jewelry.
You got lots of jewelry. Okay,
yeah,
good.
We'll be fine.
We'll be
we
fine.
just need to get that medallion done.
Yeah.
Done did. We need it done did. But we're done.
Yeah.
We're done. And then we'll have to get it on a body.
Right. So have to go find a body.
We'll get it on a body.
Okay.
We got to borrow Thorkylee's Under Armour.
Yes. However, I don't think I'm going to see Thorkylees until after next week.
Dang nabbit. Well, next week it'll be after next week, because next week we'll finish it up. The week after that we'll get it on somebody.
Have it on. Okay, that should work out.
Yeah, because next week, let's finish it up. Let's get it done.
Okay.
Because it takes time to lace it up.
Right.
And I say we do it.
Okay.
Hair, makeup, make it look.
Witchery.
Witchery.
Alrighty.
Because, it's close enough. You got the pieces. But it's when it all comes together and the lighting just makes it magical. So.
Do I have lighting for that in here?
Well, you have basic lighting that really does make things pop.
Okay.
You have your lighting preset. I know you don't think of it as lighting, but you have your lights set up.
Right.
It makes a difference on
a
finished look. So
thank you.
As somebody who's built lots of sets and lots of costumes and lots of props,
right.
You can build it all day long and it looks a certain way, but then once you see it under the lights, especially if you have a good lighting crew,
right,
it just comes alive, and it's just like that's when the magic. You're just like, oh my gosh, it looks right. Did you see that? Looking on cameras, yeah. So,
yep.
Anyways, I'm rambling on.
That's all right. I'm letting you. But it's been a great Monday. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a productive day. Thank you for all of your questions. Thank you for all of your comments. Thank you for participating. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. And I hope that you'll be back with us again next Monday at noon in California time. So please adjust for your placement on the planet. We'll be rambling away for another 2 hours, continuing and hopefully finishing up the Witcher build. And I know there's going to be lots of different ways to do a live stream, but this is how Felicia makes.
With Odin.
So,
I hope you guys had fun as much fun as we did.
Hey, if they want to find you anywhere on social media, do you want to let them know where to find you, or do you want to be secretive?
I'm pretty internet shy, but I have an Instagram account, so Ish87 on Instagram. And Toby and Bruno, if you missed them, they have their own Instagram too. Toby loves Bruno.
Very cool.
And you're on all the social medias.
I'm on all social medias. Pretty much Odin Makes everywhere.
So, hope to see you guys.
Yeah, hope to see you. I see a color bar pop up from Ad Vixen.
Oh, yeah, he says, she, I don't know.
They
say, Felicia Sows, take all my money. Please don't feel guilty. I did less than 5 posts. Restraint. Well, we appreciate you, Ad Vixen. I liked your name, by the way. It's a fun name.
That is a fun name.
I don't know. I don't feel like I know I do sew, and I know how to sew.
Right.
But I don't feel like I like being a sewer. Does that make any weird sense?
So you don't identify as a sewer.
As a seamstress. I know I work as
Oh, you sew like a madman, yeah.
I make wedding dresses daily, but no, it's a true story.
Yeah.
But I don't really identify as a sewer because I feel like there's so much to building that that's just one little. No, I just put it together.
Okay.
There's the painting, the gluing, the stapling, the patterning, the
right.
Oh, I sew. Oh, okay. Anyways, personal rant.
I would. It is a major skill, and you've got a really good skill with it, so I would not belittle yourself on that.
No, I know, but it's just like one of those things. Oh yeah, I don't think of it as the skill that I'm. But yeah. Anyways, thank you. So you ready to click the stop button?
I'm ready to click the stop button. If I can just
figure out where everything is.
Figure out where everything is. There it is.
Okay, we are
already.
One more minute, and we're at exactly 2 hours and 30 minutes.
I'll click the not yet. It says 2 hours and 26 here. Oh, that's average watch time. Where are we at? Stream time. It doesn't.
29,
tell
30.
me.
We hit it.
There
We
it
can
is.
say
All
goodbye.
right. All right. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much for hanging out with us and watching us watch the end of the clock. See you guys next week.
Next week. Wow, we're almost done. I didn't think we were